know what's funny? When we do Wings on Wings, a plug for Wings on Wings at _ Wings on Wings, I just thought of this looking at the time when I hit the record button.
Okay.
Because I give a little time to edit out the background noise, right?
Sure.
I don't know if you've noticed this when we do Wings on Wings now, but Doug counts down quietly.
Does he?
He does. So I'll say I'm hitting the record button, and I usually go like 10 seconds, a little bit more, just so I have enough of a sample. Because you got to find the noise and then we'll eliminate the background noise, whatever. But he always counts fast. So then he's like eager to jump in.
Yeah?
And I'm like,
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, he does. Watch him. He's listening to this now, so now he's not going to do it.
I'll have to stare at him tomorrow.
Yeah, but he'll sit and he'll go, like, I'll say hitting record now, and he'll go.
Does he? Oh, I didn't know that.
He's always
Doug, you sly bitch.
Yeah. Now, see, that was just silent because he moves his mouth and counts, and then counts with his fingers.
It's like the Wayne World's like
right,
5, 4, and then
right, but he doesn't. Doug doesn't count at all. He knows he doesn't have to count 2 and 1, and then
Good
he throws it to me. I was just thought of that while I hit record here because I don't have a soda to snap open. You do though. I deprived you of the snapping.
Hold on.
Beautiful.
I got you. Still gotta do the sound effect.
That's like the sound. It's a satisfying sound. The snap of a can of an energy drink.
That stuff's really good.
Yeah, good.
You want a bite?
No, I'm good. I have my Mio energy over here.
Oh,
little
dude,
strawberry pineapple smash.
I remember being in a car.
Mm-hmm.
There was probably 5 of us. This is years ago going to a hardcore show. We had a gallon of water, and we just filled it up with a whole thing of Mio.
Right.
And passed that fucker around the car.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were thinking.
Yeah?
I think it might have been on the way to a title fight show. Either that or Turnstile, which we were just talking about.
Right.
Yeah. It was me, Vance, Mike Saminsky, Matt Wren, and Dana.
Yeah. Oh.
So...
I learned
the Mio boys.
I have a Mio energy. I have a stockpile just for some emergency cases. But I realized this week. Welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody. By the way, 60 milligrams of caffeine per squeeze.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a
like
lot.
That drink right there probably has what 150.
What
200.
do I tell? Caffeine. Where's it at?
It might be all the way on the bottom.
Nope. Oh, 160
160
per can.
So that's 3 squirts of this fucker.
Oh man, you use a lot.
I do because I like a flavor punch.
Ugh.
Yeah, from my strawberry pineapple smash. Mio,
really
thanks for sponsoring the show.
I like the color on this tab.
Yeah,
look at it. It's like a cool shiny blue.
Oh yeah, that's fancy.
Yeah,
I find that aesthetically pleasing also because like the rain, the rainbow sherbet rain that we just had the other day. It's got like that hot pink tab and with the black can. Like it works. It works.
I can't stop staring at this.
There you go.
I'm being sucked in.
Welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody. The Mio and the only energy drink podcast on the soon to be named network.
I'll tell you what. This is like I drink maybe 1 or 2 a week.
Yeah.
Ever since my last kidney stone incident.
Right.
I feel good.
Listen, I've never been a coffee guy. Coffee gives me the jitters.
Now
heartburn.
I will say, on Saturday when it was blazing fucking hot and I was outside of my nephew's baseball game, I went and got an iced coffee.
That's nice.
Oh baby,
I still enjoy an iced coffee, but I can't just make coffee at home. I never got the habit, and I was always
good.
In ways, still am sort of when my feet hit the floor, I'm up. It's just hard at my advanced age. It's harder for me to be motivated to put my feet on the floor because what's the point? But
sure.
But like for in my advanced age, the night owl in me is still pretty good most days at staying up and to ungodly dangerous hours of the night. But every now and then, need a little push,
need a little pick me
and
up.
I find the monsters and the rains don't make me jittery. I don't get the heartburn like coffee gives me.
Okay.
Like coffee makes me anxious. Like
I can see
I
that.
get a lot of anxiety and panic from it. So while I enjoy an iced coffee, especially on a hot day, especially when Duncan has like the butter pecan, and then fall pumpkin spice, forget about it.
I turn into a
forget
little
about
bitch.
it.
I love it.
Right, but
Big Pumpkin, if you're listening,
right? We're this podcast on the soon to be named network that will be happy to have Big Pumpkin on board.
Sure.
But yeah, the energy drinks work nice for me, so
that's good.
I've been laying in a little bit more.
I'm
an old man. As I think it was last week or the week before on At Odds with Wrestling. I'm a broken down hoss, so
you are,
because that was when Adam picked me for his fantasy thing.
You are.
Joe was like, he's almost as broken down as I am, and it's true. I'm broken down.
You are. You're
broken down. I can still go, but not for very long.
No. Oh my God. Wow.
What?
Was that like a tagline on your Tinder account or something?
No, I don't even know what Tinder looks like. I didn't mean it that way. Yeah. I can lay him in. I'll lay some chops.
Why don't you ask my wife?
I'll lay some chops. I don't mind.
I don't know.
Come see me.
Don't come see me. Don't. Leave me alone.
Yeah. So like I said, welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody. I'm DJ. I'm here with Brett. That was Brett that you've heard talk this whole time. Let me plug in the computer. I forgot to plug in the computer and it's going to die.
All right, well, plug it in.
I'm working on it. Hold on, I can't find the hole. I found it.
Don't put that on your Tinder profile.
That's also on my Tinder. That is my only Tinder profile.
Oh,
Thank God I got scooped up before the onset of online dating.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I would not. I don't have the face for internet dating.
The face.
The face. I don't have the face for internet dating. Probably don't have the personality for internet dating. What do you like? Comic books and wrestling.
Yeah.
So.
It's like one of those things I haven't done in years because I just don't care.
Right. I had to, thankfully, in person, bamboozle my wife into thinking this was a good idea.
You did it.
Because if she saw it on paper first, it wouldn't have worked out.
It's like applying for a job.
Right.
It's a resume.
Yeah, I think I'm going to tie this back into wrestling so we can talk about what this podcast is. I think the thing that Michelle regrets the most is that when she met me, I was sort of burned out and off the wrestling cycle because WWE was the only option, and I was fucking sick of it.
She caught you at a good time.
So she didn't know. And then and then it came back, and she's like, "What did I do?" And I was like, "Sorry, you put a ring on it."
Sorry, babe.
Yeah, too bad. Too late. Too late. So
well, that makes me happy for you.
Yeah, because that's like 07? Shit, 07, 08. Yeah, so yeah, this is 15 years.
What was happening in 07?
Yeah, our first date was January 4th.
I'm gonna say Triple H had the
2007.
belt. Or John Cena had a
Yeah,
belt.
Triple H had the belt. That's why I wasn't watching wrestling.
One or the other.
So
that's all I know.
But yeah. All right. Back to wrestling. Let's talk wrestling, pal. Wait, hold on. Are you okay? How you doing? You're good?
You know.
As good as you can be in the hellscape that is the world.
Yeah, in this
or
absolute
the geography in which we preside.
Yeah, this
reside.
Absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Of a place called society,
right?
You know, I'm doing the best I can.
That's all that matters.
I had a few moments. This week.
I think everybody has.
We're doing okay.
Okay.
It's funny. I haven't really been talking too much to my beau.
Okay.
And she texted me today. She's like, "Do I need to put out a missing persons report?" And I was just like, "I don't want to bring you down right now with this shit," because she works in news.
Yeah,
and it's literally all that's in her face right now.
Sure.
And you know,
yeah, it's rough.
It's tough.
It's rough for everybody,
but we're good.
Right.
So you know,
reach out and take care of the good ones. Take care of the people that are good that you know in your life, and you know. Somebody needs a shoulder, be that shoulder, or look for somebody to be a shoulder for you.
Very important.
Yeah, very important. Important to have a good support system.
How are you?
I'm good. You know, same, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm at the point where I just have to disconnect. Otherwise, I'll drive myself absolutely insane.
I got to that point the other day where I was like, you know what, dude, just put the fucking phone down.
So
turn the TV off and just
stop. So like just filter. Not that I'm completely ignoring everything, but you just need to be way more selective and sort of, you know, your mental health is important too. You know, so but yeah, it's a hellscape.
It's a hellscape.
Oh, God. But what's not a hellscape?
Yeah.
Well, is wrestling this week. Is
it?
Well, if you listened last week, then you know. If you didn't listen last week, this is your first show. Welcome. Main thing on the show next couple weeks is going to be Best of Super Juniors. So we're going to be covering that at the end of the show. AEW, enjoy. But starting off with some WWE news.
World Wrestling Entertainment.
That we don't watch. I don't watch.
Let us entertain you.
I'm not going to watch this. But
I got real bummed because I think it was Asuka and Becky were in the main event on Raw.
Stunk.
Again. Was it that bad?
It was bad.
I was like...
I don't know why I watched it, but I watched it. It wasn't
Part
good.
of me, I was like, oh, my DVR, I'll go through and watch this. And I go, I just don't care.
The match they had the week before was great.
Yeah.
This match wasn't
I watched
good.
that one.
And also no reason for it. They just wanted to make it a 3-way because they don't know what to do with it. I don't know. Whatever. It wasn't very good, which is upsetting because you can just tell they recorded forced in this situation.
Sure,
we'll do it again, I guess.
Yeah.
Only Becky has to win this time for no reason. Money in the Bank was supposed to be at Allegiant Stadium. I don't know where that is. Is that in Vegas?
That's where the Raiders play.
That's the Raiders' new stadium. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep, the Allegiant Stadium.
Okay, so they're going to have Money in the Bank there. They're moving it supposedly because of poor ticket sales. Because you're going to sell at a football stadium? Get the fuck out of here.
Not on Money in the Bank.
It's going to look terrible with Cody Rhodes winning Money in the Bank. But it's so funny to see him front and center on a poster, man.
Notice who's not on that poster?
Roman?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well. Because why does he need to be? He's champ.
He's wrong. He needs to be on your fucking poster.
He might not even be on the show.
Oh, God, that's so terrible. If
right,
he's not.
Right. So they're moving it to the MGM Grand Garden Arena. So tickets were already on sale for the Allegiant.
Yeah.
And they've changed it, and they've sent this email to ticket holders and says, as a ticket holder for the event originally scheduled for Allegiant Stadium, you will have the first opportunity to purchase tickets before anyone else.
There's that word.
Yep, opportunity. That's a big one. All tickets originally purchased via Ticketmaster will be refunded automatically. What about flights and travel plans and whatever else? But okay. So Money in the Bank, June 1st.
Yeah.
You want the passcodes? WWE VIP.
I'm good.
If you want to. Yeah. That is monumentally shitty because it's a smaller place. So I would assume they haven't sold enough tickets that would be more than a sellout at the MGM. You know what I mean? Like they're not like it's not like they're saying, well, we sold 13,000 tickets and there's only 10,000 seats at the MGM.
Yeah.
3,000 of you tough titties. They've definitely only sold maybe enough to fill the MGM Grand, so they're just moving it.
There's no need to be doing a stadium show on Money in the Bank, which is in like this like I think it's in the same calendar month as SummerSlam,
right?
Which is also a stadium show.
Yeah, and not everything needs to be WrestleMania.
No, well, according to them, though.
Right. This is WrestleMania's Money in the Bank. I'm sorry.
They feel like everything is. So
it should be Linda Mania's.
More on that. But no, I get it. Mania do a stadium. SummerSlam do a stadium.
Sure.
That's it, though.
I'll give you 3. I'll give you 1 a quarter, maybe.
Yeah, I'll do Royal Rumble.
Rumble should be, right.
Survivor Series not anymore because they don't care about it.
No.
If it was up to me, it would be.
Yeah. And like what, Bad Blood? Do Bad Blood in the stadium?
Bad Blood. Wow. That hasn't been a pay-per-view since like 2004, DJ.
Sold out? I don't know.
Sold out, yeah. That was a one-time thing in WCW.
Whatever.
Good for you.
It is baffling to me to see Cody front and center on these posters. And again, good luck, Cody. He once again this week had to clarify. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but he had to clarify. Like somebody again asked him, like,
"You're on Cody Watch."
I am. I only saw this like today, but it was like, oh, Cody again clarifies why he left AEW, and he's just like, it was time. He's like, I want to go for the big belt and whatever. Mm-hmm. It baffles me because. And I don't have the time or the energy to pull up the receipts of him trying to sue the WWE for all of his dad's ideas that he felt they ruined.
Sure.
And now he's there to honor his dad. He's just so full of shit. He just rubs me that way. He's just completely inauthentic and he's not a genuine fucking
Brian
dude.
Danielson said it perfect. I learned to lie from Cody Rhodes.
Right. And that's just what it is. And there's also underlying, like, his wife was so universally disliked backstage.
Well, I
mean, she's so universally disliked in life in general. But yeah, so that's the big WWE news. That's silly shit. You're pulling a 1-7 for Raw. Maybe don't try and seat a stadium.
Yeah.
What's Allegiant Stadium's capacity?
Well, I mean, it's a pro NFL stadium.
Right.
Like, that's a lot of fucking people.
65,000 people.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
For a throwaway
Is Kevin Nash on the show?
Well,
is Kevin Nash winning Money in the Bank?
There would need to be 100,000 seats
That's
in that
right.
goddamn stadium.
That's right. I didn't know Allegiant Stadium could hold that much.
It would if he was on the card.
Right.
It's like, it's just, nah. Poo-poo caca, why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, it's stupid. It's a throwaway fucking pay-per-view. It's dumb.
The MGM Grand Garden holds less than 1,700.
17
or 17,000.
17,000?
17,000.
Yeah, that's where Double or Nothing's at on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's at the MGM Grand. Yeah.
Oh my God, Vince must have had a coronary.
Yeah. Well, because when's Money in the Bank?
I don't know.
Is it in July?
I have no idea. July 2nd.
I mean, look that's 2 wrestling pay-per-views in the same area within fucking a little over a month of each other.
Right.
Like, I don't know. People aren't going to go to a goddamn football stadium for
60, but like
for a nothing pay-per-view.
Hoping for 65,000 and settling for less than 17,000.
And that's 65,000 set up for football.
For football, right?
Like right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That's a big cut, but whatever. Oh, best wishes. Another little piece of news I want to talk about.
Good Cro-Mags album.
I didn't screen this past you before the show started. And it's not like an exact date, and I don't want to be stealing anybody's heat here.
What are you doing?
But this week was 20 years since the first Chikara show.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I saw everybody's tweets about it.
Which I think I was at.
I don't know.
All my friends were, so
I was,
unless they bailed on me, I was definitely there.
I was 12.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's cool seeing everybody share their memories of Chikara, and no matter how lame the end was,
right.
Hey, hold on to the good stuff.
You know what's
good times, great memories.
You know what's interesting about that, and a lot of people talking about it, and I'll say Quack is an idiot. I don't have a single fun, not that I have bad memories, but the stuff that I think about when I think about Chikara and the good times and the good matches and everything, he's rarely involved. In front of me,
I'm not a Quack guy,
right? It's not that he hasn't had good matches.
I just never was,
right? But I think didn't Eddie beat him for the Grand Championship?
Yeah, it was the first Grand Championship. Right, that was on the iPay-per-view.
Right, that I remember. That was great.
Rex?
I don't remember. That I won't remember. Ton of great Chikara memories. I've been there since basically the beginning. 20 years ago, I was graduating high school, and I remember being in a church kind of thing in Allentownish where they held it. And I know our friend Jenna had posted about being there because Dan Champion had posted about being there. And if Jenna was there, chances are I was there, unless I had pissed them all off and they fucking bailed on me, which is completely reasonable.
What are we airing out here? Huh?
I was a dick.
I was a dick.
Yeah. Well, I'm charming. But tons of Chikara memories. I tweeted about a couple of them. There was one that I wanted to tweet about, but couldn't. I didn't feel like typing it all out. But there was, obviously my favorite of all time. My number one is the belly slap from Vin Gerard.
Well, yeah, that was.
But there was the time.
That was certainly something,
right? And the forearm to Big Stoke, and falling in love with the Batiri, and that. The trios match with Jerry Lynn Tatanka and I don't know, Dreamer or somebody when they did the slow-mo thing and Jerry Lynn blew his hair back slow motion.
Yeah. Two Cold Scorpios thong.
Right. But the one thing I wanted to tweet about, and I'll put it on here instead because it's just easier to explain it. We were waiting in line to get in to a show. It might have been the King of Trios. It was definitely a King of Trios. It was Yumi and I'm pretty sure it was Doug. And we were standing in line. And they used to do that the pre-show online Chikara would, where they would go and ask people questions and do we were live from the fans and whatever. Yeah. And they were going around trying to get somebody in early. And they're if you answer this trivia question, you can get in early. And it was definitely King of Trios because it was King of Trios related, I remember. And we're standing in line and they're a couple people in front of us and they're recording it or whatever. And they go up and they're 3 or 4 people away and they ask the question. And it was what's the team from Michinoku Pro from this year of King of Trios, whatever. And they got it wrong, but I heard the question. So we're standing in line, and I just quick Googled it.
I remember that.
And then they came to me, and I was like, oh, I know it.
Yep.
And then I said it, and I got in early, and I left you guys.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
because they said they wouldn't. There was only me. They wouldn't let anybody else in.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because it was Billy, Ken, Kid. I was there for it, but I couldn't remember the team. But it was Billy, Ken, whoever. Great Sauce game, maybe. I don't fucking remember. And I remember going in and being like, "Oh, this is gonna be awesome! I can visit merch tables. I can say hi to people." I didn't do shit. I sat in a seat until you guys got in, because the only person milling around inside was Tommy Dreamer, and I didn't really feel like talking to him. So I just went to our seats and sat.
Yeah, serves you right, bitch.
Right?
How dare you leave us behind?
But yeah, lots of fun Chikara shows. Got to see 1-2-3 Kid wrestle. I got to see a lot of people wrestle.
Yeah, man.
A lot of places. So
got to see Claudio on the come up, and
everybody. You fall in love with Eddie Kingston and everybody. Hollow Wicked and
that was a lot. Yeah, man. I do miss going to Chicago.
Right, shows. And we have friends there that were there, and just seeing a lot of fun stuff, and they were usually really good times.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't ever remember being at a Chikara show and be like, "Oh, this sucks."
Yeah, no, it was always fun.
The one show we were at, oh god, was when Hurricane Irene was threatening. It was the Young Lions Cup.
Oh, when where the playground was like going nuts outside, or whatever, the swings are flinging.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
What's his face when he won it? Tadasuke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
See, that was fun.
Crazy, right?
That was a good time. That's when I didn't hate the Young Bucks yet.
Right.
Remember, that's when they just got fired from TNA.
And they shook everybody's hand in the crowd.
Shook everyone's hand.
Right, because that's what Booker got mad at them about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a good time.
It was a good time.
I do miss going to Chikara shows.
Yeah.
They were
and that's,
fun.
I had the privilege a few times because, I'd ride with Joe or whoever, and so I'd pitch in on Ring Crew or whatever, or there was times when they're running pits, then they would use the ring that I was very familiar with, so I'd help, take it up, put it down. I was one of the guys who sort of knew that ring better than anybody else. So, but yeah, Chikara was a ton of fun. So 20 years, even though it ended shitty, even though there's a handful of fucking absolute dirtbags that ended up being involved throughout, doesn't mean that there wasn't fun times. Doesn't mean you can't support the people who were there.
Sure.
And a lot of them are still out there. A lot of them we'll see next week.
We certainly will.
But
whatever happened to that El Generico guy?
Yeah, whatever happened to him? He got brought up on commentary
last week.
Yeah, so who knows?
Yeah,
the wilds of Canada somewhere, I guess.
I thought he was at the orphanage down in Mexico.
Oh yeah, the orphanage in Mexico. That makes sense. All right. I guess that's it for news.
Yeah, because I watched a whole ton of wrestling.
Shit ton of wrestling.
Paid attention to other news this week.
Yes.
So, I guess we'll start with Enjoy Wrestling.
Chronologically, Enjoy Wrestling comes first. Well, kind of yes and no, because there was stuff that you watched last week that was Thursday morning for Best of Super Juniors, but we'll cover that at the end.
Sure.
Enjoy Wrestling, the last episode of Renegade.
Yes.
For this season. So the main event and the sub-main event.
Yeah. So it was Lee Moriarty.
Yes.
Against Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yes.
This match was getting like super hyped.
Was super hyped.
To the point where people were like match of the year and shit like that. I always feel like when people say that, it hurts my feelings on a match.
Yeah, it ruins it a little bit.
But it was still really good.
It was very good. It was.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It was very good. A very indie wrestling match. High fly, lots of high flying, lots of technical stuff. Reminded me a lot of like that sort of earlier Ring of Honor, the Paul London sort of that era Ring of Honor kind of stuff. But yeah, like if you tell me it's like a match of the year or 5 stars, it fucking better be 6 stars or I'm not giving it 5.
I feel like the only match in recent memory where it didn't hinder anything for me was FTR Briscoes.
Right. But like the thing is like if you tell me like even with movies, like if I watch a movie, that movie fucking sucked, I'm like, oh, I still want to watch it.
Yeah.
Knowing that you thought it sucked helps it seem a little better because it's all about expectations. But if you tell me it's like the best movie ever and I watch it, I'm like, that's clearly not the best movie ever. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
I used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
And like our other friends would be like, dude, shut the fuck up
right.
and let me watch the goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Chill. But yeah, the match
really
was really good, man. I enjoyed it a lot.
A lot of information on Speedball from commentary.
Sure,
for reasons
you're gonna have that.
Which, again, not on purpose. Excitement was there. but like it left Lee Moriarty not getting as much attention from commentary.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate. I didn't notice, and I've seen Speedball wrestle a couple times now. I didn't notice that he wrestles barefoot with just the kick pads because he's Taekwondo muckety muck. So good for him. I like him. He does a lot of really cool stuff. I favor Moriarty.
Yeah.
I just think Moriarty is a little in tune more with the wrestling that I like.
Sure.
And just I don't want to say like he's not as flashy as Speedball, but he's a little more polished.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the reason why one's signed to Impact and one's on TBS and TNT every week.
There is that.
But yeah, I thought this was really good. I was excited for it because people talked about it, and it's the best match out of this season of Enjoy. So
yeah, I'd imagine. Yeah, probably. Lee Moriarty wins. That's important to say.
Yeah, right. Important to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good stuff.
Can't lose in the hometown, brother.
Right. Can't lose in the hometown, and maybe old TK has some mandates that he pushes down for signed wrestlers. But the main event is JD Drake, also an AEW-ish guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's officially signed or if he's just long-term enhancement.
Yeah.
Of the workhorsemen formerly of the Wingmen. I don't know if they still do that. Versus Enjoy champion MV Young.
Yes.
The Polyam King. MV Young's had this title for a bit, and there's some backstory here with Drake and him 2 years ago at, I don't know, whatever it was.
That was Effie's Big Gay Brunch.
Yeah. JD Drake beat the shit out of him, apparently. The promo before this is interesting because JD Drake sounds exactly like Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
I kind of like JD Drake, man.
Exactly like Arn Anderson. And I've seen a couple of his indie stuff, and it's wildly different than what you've seen on AEW.
Sure.
He's a shit kicker.
Yeah.
Where's
cowboy boots?
Right. Where's the old, like, Dusty logo? Like, those kind of ones that Dusty wore, Magnum TA wore, that their action figures wear.
He's got his shorty tights pulled up over his belly.
Right. Absolutely. He's a big dude. He's a shit kicker of a guy. Right. But so much like Arn is crazy. He said something, and I don't have it written down here, but he said something, and I was like, that is such an Arn saying. It's hilarious. And this was good. It's
a lot of JD Drake just kicking the shit out of
MV Young.
Yeah. Finish was a little sloppy.
Yeah. So I think it's a longer match, especially for two bigger dudes. Because MV's not a small guy.
He's like the same size as JD
Drake.
Right.
And the story, like, it's a shit kicking match. I think they emptied the tank a little too much with the finish they had planned. So then it got a little hard to move a man of their particular size in a particular way.
Yep.
Which hurts it, but that's fine. And then the finish is just a suplex with a bridge, which is weird.
Yeah, weird finish.
But whatever. JD Drake kind of hits a running shooting star. It was what they call a running shooting star, but it was like a twist. He like twisted backwards and around to kind of fake it.
It was a fat guy shooting star.
Yeah, right. I'll allow it. I'll 100% allow it. That's my notes are. It was more of a twist, but I'll allow it. Yeah. But yeah, good hard hitting match. I just think they took too much out of the tank at the end, and the finish suffered, like you said. But this was cool. This was two solid matches.
Like easy, like 45 minutes of wrestling.
5-10 minutes of the promo stuff.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, this was cool.
I enjoy.
This was a good show. Again, at some point this year, we're going to get out to Pittsburgh once I feel like getting back on the road again. Maybe past summer. Let's get through summer. I don't want to be driving down 80 in the middle of summer. I don't know. At least not in July.
Got the road.
But this was cool. This was a good time. Enjoy's awesome. I'm happy.
Yeah, Enjoy's a lot of
back.
fun.
So,
I'm into them. They're cool.
Yeah. So this was cool. Go watch Speedball Moriarty, man. If that's your style,
go watch both.
Go watch both. Absolutely, and they're both definitely different, which is nice. They're they do a lot of different things. So, but if you're into like the indie flippy spot heavy stuff, Speedball, Lee Moriarty's your thing. And if you're into just two dudes just wailing on each other, watch the main.
Yeah.
This was cool. I liked it.
I like Enjoy Wrestling.
Yeah.
One might even say I enjoy it.
Yep. Every time I watch it, because they do like the sponsors and stuff.
Get it?
Yeah. they do like the sponsors for the show, and they'll do the intermission, and they'll be like, "Oh, this and that." It's like, "Oh, brought to you by Werewolf Ambulance," which is apparently a podcast. I'm always like, "Oh, we should throw some money at these people and get our name out there." But I'm like, "Nah, I don't want that kind of attention."
I'll do one where it's like one of the people that don't get talked about.
Yeah, they just put the
because they do like the top 4 or whatever. Uh-huh. I do want to go to Pigeon Bagel though. Sounds good.
All right, let's do it.
I would say next time we go to Pittsburgh. I don't think we've ever been to Pittsburgh together.
No, I've never been to Pittsburgh. I've been past Pittsburgh, but never in Pittsburgh. Yeah, well,
missing
right. There's a bunch of rivers. They all meet.
A bunch of rivers, a bunch of bridges.
Right.
Jerome Bettis was there.
Right.
All right, so I guess we'll talk Rampage.
Rampage, yes, Rampage. That's how the French say it.
So the only thing I have from that opening match was the Gonzo Bomb.
Yeah.
And how that's a scary looking move every time I see it.
Yes.
And when he tried to hit it on Evil Uno, I was like, oh no, someone's going to die.
Yeah. I like that they, it's a hard spot in existing for the Dark Order still.
Yes.
But I like that, like, when they come out, they're not chumps. Like, they
used to be.
This was a competitive match.
Sure.
They looked dangerous at times. Like, I'd like to keep it that way. Because they're very talented wrestlers in there. It's just circumstances for what they are. And it puts them in an awkward position. So,
yeah. I do know, though, that House of Black and Death Triangle at the pay-per-view on Sunday is going to be a bonkers.
Right. And, like, this pay-per-view is going to be 9 hours long. I think there's, like, 11 matches or 12 matches on it.
It's going to be long. More on that later.
Yes.
Did you enjoy the Gun Club Scissor Party?
Of course I did. My notes call it the Ass Boys Scissor Party.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Poor Anthony Bowens has had surgery.
He's been walking wounded for a while. So
he finally got the surgery.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Max Caster calling Billy Gunn daddy.
Yes. Hilarious.
Dude, like, it's so fucking
It's really
good.
funny. Somehow it's really funny. So
I just love that Billy Gunn's like, my kids are idiots, but I like this Max Caster kid.
Right. And Billy Gunn, your kids are idiots. It's correct.
Dude, I don't hate them.
No.
Like, they're fun.
Yeah.
Seeing them live was fun, and seeing whatever Rod or Todd ass, I don't know which one it was, interacting with the crowd.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
The tall one's real weird looking. Not that I'm a beacon of handsomeness, no matter what David Kincannon will tell you on the internet, but he's still a little weird, but they're finding themselves. They're funny. Billy's funny. These
vignettes have been real funny.
Yeah, they've been really good. So
then you had Chris Statlander versus Red Velvet.
Oh, really? That's where we're going?
Yep.
Wow. You skipped like 3 things.
Yeah.
You did. So we got
I sure did.
FTR interview.
I have like a mosquito bite on my nipple. It's real weird.
That's very weird.
It's itchy. Well, I didn't want me to be itching my nipple, and you'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You just rub your nipples all the time when you're in my presence.
I don't do that.
You don't know that. FTR sets up an interview they set up against Roppongi Vice.
Oh, yeah.
So whatever. Jan Spears, Big Damo.
Sure.
I wanted to talk about this because
okay. You could take the reins on that.
Yeah.
Then.
Because I'm a noted Killian Dane guy. I liked Killian Dane a lot.
Noted Sean Spears guy.
No, I like Killian Dane a lot. Big Damo though can control his narrative. Write the F off my list.
Write the F off.
This stunk, and it just makes me ask, like, Cody's gone. You have no obligations to Jan Spears anymore.
Yeah, not Nazi sympathizer Sean Spears.
What did he do?
When that whole shit, when he was back in the shit in Canada a couple months ago.
No, really?
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember. Okay. All right. Well, good. Great. We'll fill you in. No, anything about Jan Spears gets immediately. When I delete this note on him, it gets wiped from my brain. Yeah, and if it doesn't, I do enough drugs so that it does.
He had a real good meltdown on Twitter one morning, and everybody was just fucking torched him to the point where he just deleted tweets.
Good for him.
Fucking
but yeah, Big Damo can control his narrative out of here. Nonsense. Fucking giant killer. Damo ain't even that much of a giant.
No.
A big dude, but whatever.
The same height.
Yeah. Then we got an elite promo. Who cares? Now we're at Velvet Stat.
Yeah. Chris Statlander did a one-arm gorilla press slam while flexing her bicep. Mm-hmm. I'm into that.
All right.
Chris Statlander.
Stat's throwing good lariats, too.
She is.
Killing.
I'm liking this new. I like old Chris Statlander. I'm liking this new Chris Statlander.
Layla sadly got her surgery finally, so hopefully she'll be back.
Yeah, she said she tore her ACL like almost 2 months ago
right?
And just got the surgery.
Yep.
That's oof.
Who knows? Who knows the red tape and nonsense?
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, and then we get like a Anna Jay thing, and I was like, oh, because it's Red Velvet and Anna Jay's facing Jay. I don't know.
Yeah,
this I could do a good 2-3 hours on how they're fucking up this women's division.
Well, yeah, more on that later.
But Stat is awesome.
Statlander rules. Big fan
and she looks good. She's getting powerful. She's a big woman, as JR used to say. But she's letting her work that power style in there, especially against somebody tiny like Red Velvet. Yeah. And
smart. She switched up the gear
right
for the new action figure. Less deco hit. She
right.
knows.
And then she is gonna go up against
Ruby Soho.
Ruby Soho for the right to wrestle Britt. Spoiler. Then we get
the Hookhausen training montage.
Yes. With
good times.
Right. And I feel Marky stealing that segment too.
Yeah, he's funny.
Marky's been on a tear, killing that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Hookhausen. How did that happen?
I don't know, but I love it so much.
Made that happen.
They fucking work, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next thing with what I have is with the TNT title.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we doing here? This
man.
Fucking stinks out loud.
Yeah. This.
Sammy stole the belt from Scorpio last week.
Right.
Scorpio, Paige, and Lambert are in the ring demanding it.
Yeah.
Goes backstage outside the parking lot to Sammy and Tay with it. And then fucking Hitman Frankie Kazarian shows up.
Yeah.
And they fucking smash the TNT title.
Right.
And it's just, what are we doing?
Right. And like, I never, part of me wonders if this is like a rib. Like Tony Khan was like, oh yeah, you never thought you'd want to go back and see the days of Dan Lambert cutting horribly generic bullshit heel promos from the rafters. Well, I'm going to do something worse. So you think about those days as the good old days. This stinks. This whole program sucks.
It's bad.
The TNT title is fucking twisted in the wind because of it. And then they go and smash it. And again, whatever your opinion is, I understand it's wrestling and it's a TV show and it's fake. But to me and to a lot of fans and maybe a lot of wrestlers, this is Brody Lee's belt.
Yep.
And the fact that you smash it, and again, I know it's wrestling and I understand that it's a story, and the triumph is going to be Sammy's going to debut his bullshit looking belt, and then Scorp's going to win it and turn it back. Oh, who the fuck knows?
But so it's fucking weird because Scorp is positioned as the bad guy, yet gets huge face reactions against Sammy.
Right.
But then Kazarian got jumped and got by the end of Rampage last week by Scorpio and them when they turned on him.
Right.
But now Frankie, who's supposed to be a good guy, is with Sammy, who's supposed to be a good guy, but gets booed out of the building. Like,
right.
What are we fucking doing?
It's bizarre. It sucks. And like,
it's real bad.
It's real bad. Smashing the belt is, to me, bad taste, and maybe it's probably not to a lot of other people, but like
smashing the belt, insinuating that you fucking come on the belt,
right?
Know.
It should have
all that shit.
Ideally, I would have retired that belt as Brody's, and then redesigned it, and just been like you've redesigned the women's belt twice already, and like you're not on TNT anymore, like for like just.
Well, Rampage is on TNT.
Well, yeah. But like, I don't know. All of it is bad. This program fucking sucks. But are they at the Pape? Is this happening at the Pape?
I don't think so. But it's weird because Tony Khan apparently said, oh, if there's a Game 7 of the Heat and the Celtics on Sunday, I don't want Hangman and Punk to go on until that game's over. which makes like zero
what
fucking
do? Just
sense.
Fucking,
it's a pay-per-view.
Yeah, send out a fucking comedian.
Well, that's like, oh, they might have like another like match lined up.
Fucking Yucko the Clown gonna come out and do a fucking half hour. What are you gonna do?
The rumor was it was gonna be something involving this program, which I would go, that's a real bad mistake. It's live on pay-per-view. The fans fucking hate everything that's happening with this.
Right.
And are gonna shit all over this.
Right. Yeah.
No,
it's a pay-per-view. People are buying that. They want to watch that. They're not going to be like, oh, what's going on in the game?
That's what I mean. Like, who the fuck cares? Like,
right. That's dumb.
It's like, it's real warped thinking.
Tony Khan, I don't know if it's when he's coming down or when he's going up, but he does some really weird shit, man.
Yeah, like that line is just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck? Weird. It's a fucking pay-per-view. Who cares?
Right.
Have confidence in your own goddamn shit. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
So the main event time was Moxley and Danielson against Dante Martin and Matt Sydal.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy the line because Regal was on commentary and him and Jericho started going back and forth. And Taz just goes, "We're all bros here." I love Taz.
Yeah.
He makes me smile.
All right, Regal threatens to bite Jericho's nose off.
He sure did.
Yeah.
He said he goes, I may be slow, but I guarantee I'll get your ass.
Yeah.
This was, this was fun. Dante is still in the ring.
Right.
Is like incredible to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love when he gets caught though and Moxley just obliterates him with like a clothesline.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's so gross.
This was very good.
Yeah, I thought it was very good.
To me, it should have ended a few minutes earlier. I think it was Danielson did like the top rope. I don't know what he did, combo to Dante, and then into the label lock on the ground.
Yep,
was too cool not to be the finish.
Yeah,
like Dante ends up getting out of it or getting to the ropes or whatever, which is fine. But like that's such a cool spot. That I would have made that the finish. Like, it was just done so smoothly and such a cool transition that we haven't really seen before. But other than that, that everything was really good. It still finished fine. It was still a really good match.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Just would have ended there. Poor Dante, man, gets just bad luck. His brother's hurt.
Yeah, that's nothing he could do.
They keep trying to get him hot, and he is like hot with the crowd, but like they keep trying to do something significant, and then they're like, "Oh well, your brother's back. We're going to bring him in." Oh no, and then like now where do we fit you in?
Stay with Team Taz.
Yeah,
but I get his brother was coming back, so you want him.
Right.
I understand. You can't predict injuries. It's just impossible.
Right. You just have to go with it. But
yeah, then the big brawl at the end, and we're out of time, and then the video was out on social media.
Yeah,
because this was taped out after last Wednesday of Brian with his leg trapped between the stage and the ring.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, he's fucking hurt. He's hurt real bad." He's not hurt.
That's a work, brother.
He's not hurt at all.
Lots of people work themselves into a shoot.
Thank God.
HH.
Because I'd be real upset if Brian Danielson was hurt because I love that man.
Right.
But yeah, I liked him walking off the ramp and him flipping off Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston flipping him off.
Right.
That still makes me happy.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get into Dynamite. The first thing that you see on your television screen for Dynamite after the flashy intro is MJF making his way to the ring.
Yes.
A la Shawn Michaels in those short bikers.
Right. I was laughing my balls off. And Michelle's like, I don't get it. And I'm like, you don't have to. No, it's not for you. It's for us.
The sleeveless sweater vest made out of the Burberry with the pinstripes.
Right. Like, what a dick.
Man, that's so good.
Yeah, hilarious.
Just strutting his shit, and that made me smile a lot. So it's Wardlow versus Jan Spears and the cage. MJF, I didn't think I thought they were going to be more subtle, but no, MJF just starts beating the shit out of Wardlow in the corner.
Right.
I was like, oh wow, we're just really going for it, huh?
Yeah. Doesn't even slow count, just completely refuses to count.
When Wardlow broke out of the handcuffs, it was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
He's a star, man. He's a star.
When
Total
MJF
stud.
got laid out, taking a chair shot to the head.
Yeah.
I'll always pop for that. When the security ran the ring, and as somebody eloquently put it, he sent that one security guard to the fucking shadow realm.
Absolutely.
The guy's still under the ring.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. He just disappeared.
Yeah. I think his name is Leo Sparrow. He's an indie guy.
Good for you,
Saw him on
Leo
Twitter.
Sparrow.
He tweeted. He's like, I'm okay.
Dude, I have that gift saved on my phone.
It was awesome.
Wardlow wins.
Yeah, of course.
So we're getting Wardlow MJF at the Pape.
Yeah.
I love Wardlow.
Yeah, he's definitely a star.
So it's fucked up. This match at the pay-per-view, is like Wardlow going to have to get jumped and beat down before to make it competitive, or are you going to have this straight up wrestling match? Because I feel like you can't.
Right. So is there a stip?
I don't think so.
Okay. So
not that I know of.
Maybe they'll add a stip at Rampage.
I don't know if maybe the stip is like if he wins, he's out of his contract with MJF.
Right.
I don't remember.
I'm thinking more of like a no DQ or something.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Like maybe they'll add that so that like MJF can pay some hired goons to rough him up, because MJF is not big enough or talented enough. Like the end game of the Weasley guy who doesn't want to wrestle you, so he has you wrestle other people. The end game of that isn't, he's a really good wrestler and can actually have a competitive match against Wardlow. The cathartic end to this is that Wardlow fucking kills him.
It just runs
through him. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
But you run the risk of that killing MJF a little bit, so maybe you do, like, he gets jumped backstage.
Yeah, it's like a weird...
right, he gets we're headed backstage right now because we've been told that something happened to Wardlow, and he's laid out, but nobody knows who did it, and maybe Wardlow comes in with like a bum arm, the doctor, whatever. Like
he comes limping out to the ring, all of Bret Hart '94 Rumble,
right? Something like that lets MJF take advantage of them in the ring, so that he can work an arm or work a leg for a while, so that Wardlow can just keep getting, and then Wardlow can finally overcome it and then just kill him. Yeah. Because I don't think there's money in them having a even 50-50 wrestling match.
Me neither. No, there's not.
But also,
especially like you made Wardlow look unstoppable.
Oh, absolutely unstoppable. Right. Interesting.
You have to run him over.
Yeah. Right. Interesting thing about this,
son of a bitch will still kick out at
is that when this came on, Michelle was still watching, still in the room with me, and she was like, "A cage?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a cage match." Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, it must be great to pay all this money for these tickets to be able to not see the match from your seats." And I was like, it's a cage match. It's what it is. They're cool. They used to not have a guy inside the ring filming. Like, it used to just be from outside. And so then I got to show her the old school blue ring and explain all that. Cage. Yeah. The blue cage, all that sort of stuff. But
ask Mick Foley about getting his head slammed on the door by China. He said it's the most painful thing he's ever experienced.
Right. But I said, like the one thing about this chain link thing is that like wrestlers, and I use Mick Foley as an example, like they're a pain in the ass to climb.
Yep.
You can't, it's not like they make footholds in them anymore, and you're wearing big ass wrestling boots. You got to squeeze your toes into it. Try climbing a chain link fence as an adult.
I think they started putting footholds.
Do they put footholds in them now? They didn't when they didn't for Mick and Taker. No. Yeah, I think the story was that Taker got to the top of Hell in a Cell by upper body alone.
Yeah, because he had a broken foot at the time.
So, but yeah. That was a fun little thing. But yeah, Wardlow's it'll be really interesting to see, man.
Curious where it's going to go.
There are going to be big smiles all around the room here when Wardlow kicks the ever-living shit out of him. Hopefully.
All in on Wardlow.
Yeah. But you can also do some stuff like you can have Wardlow get jumped backstage, not know who it is, and then have MJF reveal that a new signing that we didn't know about or something. He's got a new guy on his team that whatever that kind of thing.
A new guy, Killer Cross.
They X that out. Please don't fucking do that. But we'll see.
Next thing I have, I guess, is the Hangman Punk promo.
No.
What do you have?
Jericho Appreciation Society backstage.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to say this because this was an actual good Memphis Fireball.
It was good, but
great Memphis Fireball.
Jericho trying to get his catchphrases over that just don't work to me.
They don't work, but I like Big Magic going, what is this, polyester?
Yeah.
I wish there was more of those dudes. They're not letting those guys wrestle, and I get it. They're sports entertainers, so their gimmick is they're supposed to be better. Yeah. But I like 2.0, so I want to see him and stuff. I like Garcia. But Jericho, whatever. But that was a good Memphis Fireball.
Yeah, it was. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Yes. Punk Hangman face to face. Let's talk this one out.
It seems to be another hot topic of the internet.
Did you understand this one?
It's fucking weird.
Right.
It's just
okay.
Weird.
Good.
The whole setup has been weird since that Hangman promo where he took it up 10 notches for no reason.
Right. It came hot out of the gate.
Yeah.
And like we said, because it was the week, he got COVID when it was supposed to kick off.
Yeah, well, and it kicked off with Punk on that promo.
Yeah.
I feel like just, like, hey, I respect you, but I'm going to fight you till the wheels fall
Right.
off.
And then the next week, Heyman came out and was like, fuck your mother, Punk. Yeah. And we're like, wait, what? Huh?
Like, on some, like, Rick James grinding his feet into his couch type of shit.
And everybody's just like, but why? You're the good guy here. You're the baby face. I don't understand.
And everyone was real confused by it.
And it was like, did we miss a week? Did you forget you didn't get to cut the promo last week? This is confusing.
Yeah.
Because Punk was just like, I know I'm an old man, and you're real good, and I respect you, but, like, you're going to have to kill me to beat me. And then Punk was like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, I hope you die. And it's like, what? Wait, what happened here? Yeah, I'm real confused. Is he drinking again?
Just this, oh, man, I don't know. I've like, read people's, like, thoughts on it, and it's nothing's sticking for me. With
it. And the thing is it doesn't, after Monday morning, it's not going to matter.
No.
Right? Because the match is going to be great.
Sure.
Like, they're gonna beat the shit out of each other.
It's going to be awesome.
You know, either way, win or lose, whoever happens to pull it off, I think people will be happy. You know, the crowd is split. You know, a lot of people cheering for both guys. I have the way I think it should go. I hope Hangman retains, but I understand if he doesn't.
Business, I don't know.
It's hard.
It just...
And I've seen a lot of people talk about this promo, and, like, they must... Like, these people should have been the people they had working on the fucking Zodiac case to decode this fucking promo. Because people are like, well, Hangman is saying that, like, Punk backstage isn't the nice person he shows the fans, and he's not really changed, and, like, he's an AEW homegrown, and Punk is this, like, this WWE guy coming in to, like, you know, inject himself into the situation, and Hangman's like, I'm gonna defend this locker room from the people who were trying to invade because we're AEW, and I was like, yeah, that's really good, but they didn't say any of that.
That's what I mean. It's like,
so like if you pull that out of that, you should go get a government job decoding messages.
The Hangman promo was dancing around what it wanted to be and getting a little too cute, you know, with like, you know, you talk about workers' rights, and then didn't elaborate on it. And I wanted to blow a pipe bomb on you, but I'm not going to do it.
Right.
And it's just like,
it's off.
It's just, I don't know, it's fucking weird to me. And like Punk the whole time just like, I don't know why you're so fucking mad. You know, like
Punk's playing the role of all of us going, what's it matter, dude? Are you okay?
Yeah, right? And like, you know, I like the Punk's portion of it just being like, yeah, like these roads you fucking traveled down, like who do you think paved them? You know, like it's just, it's weird. They're in a weird spot.
Yeah.
Because I know some people are like, oh, this can't be the like only match. They need to have a rematch down the road and All Out. You got Forbidden Door in like a month.
Right.
Like that's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
It's in Chicago. It's sold out.
Yeah.
Who do you think from AEW has to headline that show? CM Punk.
Right, but he's not going to do it as champ.
I don't know.
I think the headline will be Punk Okada without Punk being the champ. Because again, I think the biggest issue is that New Japan's going to refuse their champ to lose, and AEW is going to say, my champ can't lose. So you can't do champ. You can't. Because somebody has to, unless you think the American audience wants an hour fucking time limit draw.
Give a 30-minute draw.
Maybe. If you want to do that, then sure, go ahead. But I honestly don't think, because like Okada ain't fucking losing. It does not matter.
Yeah.
Okada ain't losing.
It's weird though, like, I don't know.
So
this whole fucking program has just been real weird. I've been going back and forth on what I think they should do. But it makes sense on if either wins, like,
yeah.
But the thing is, do you really want to have Punk lose and then have a rematch set up like 3 months away?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do with Punk for those 3 months?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like that's a long time in the grand scheme of things. You know, like I know him and MJF had a long feud and stuff. Are you going to do that with these guys?
I don't know.
Because if you remember him and MJF, like, they had that one match.
Yeah.
MJF won by nefarious means, whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's weird.
Programs always circle back. That's not unheard of. And you can do like a Punk loses and then, you know, has to build himself back up kind of thing. I know it's cliched, but whatever.
Yeah,
but
then who's left for Heyman to fight right now?
That's true too.
You know,
guess.
like it's what's he gonna do?
Right.
I don't know. It's
I'm sure they'll figure it out. I think
things have been weird.
I
with
think
this
the next. So the thing about that is that if they do this right after this, the focus should be on Forbidden Door, so I don't have to worry so much about inner AEW challenges for a month.
Yeah.
But like, if they want to go Punk heel turn, they can.
And there's like the thought of that, like this is where Punk turns heel,
right? And that could work. That could be like a, Hangman, you beat me, but it's this, and he just goes out and he's just being real rude and shitty to people and like just crushing people in the ring, and you do that for a bit, do a little side feud in there somewhere. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm along for the ride,
and this match is going to be good. I just and also like if what they were trying to do or what this leads to is a like Hangman like AEW, I'm gonna say AEW born, even though it's not true, but like AEW like homegrown versus like the interjecting the arrival of the outside stars kind of thing, the WWE guys or what TNA guys or whatever it is. If this becomes that, or if that's what this was supposed to be, I'd love that, but it don't feel that way.
Part of me is like, okay, then why did they just do it with Hangman Danielson?
Right?
Why'd you kick it off then?
Right?
Like it's
right.
Just, I don't know.
It's super weird. But if that's where you want to go, and it is a little like Jericho, what they're doing now with Jericho and Eddie and those guys,
yeah, they're kind of
very similar.
This, yeah,
but like if you think you can get to a point where it's like Hangman and his AEW originals versus outsider people, I'm fine with it. I just don't know that you can get there after this.
That's what I mean.
And I think you just need to figure out where you want to go, what you want to do leading into Forbidden Door, because Forbidden Door is going to be huge for a lot of people.
That's a big fucking deal.
So just figure that out. And my money would be on Okada versus Punk, and then Hangman versus a Naito, or somebody else at the top there, that kind of thing. Something where Hangman can go over and it's fine.
See, like, man, and we can talk about this forever,
yeah, right.
But then does that lessen Hangman?
No.
He's got the belt.
Right.
Does that make, the guy that doesn't have the belt is a much bigger star than the guy that does have the belt?
No, I don't think so.
It's... Do you muddy those waters a bit?
Oh, I think he gets hurt more by losing clean to Okada. I think then that proves that then that right away tells the audience, and if it's anybody new tuning in because of the crossover or don't know New Japan, that immediately tells the American audience that Okada's better than your champion. And I don't think they can have that. Does New Japan still have the Intercontinental? No, they merged that in.
Yeah,
that stinks.
Yeah, I know. I love that belt.
Right. So like, I think the prestige of someone like a Naito or a Tanahashi for Hangman to beat helps Hangman, and Punk will lose to Okada and do that. If you don't do that, then the main event has to be a tag match, and has to be Okada and somebody versus Hangman and somebody, where neither of those guys can take the fall.
It can be though. I don't think it can be.
I don't know.
I don't see it that way.
But neither champ can lose to the other champ, or people are going to go fucking nuts saying, "Why would you make your champ look like shit?" So unless they do a draw, maybe they do that.
And then but
that's boring. And then people talk about a rematch, and
I know. I even look down the road to Wrestle Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have Punk Okada here at Forbidden Door? Have a rematch at Wrestle Kingdom down the road?
Certainly could. Right.
I don't know. Who knows with the fucking G1? I don't know.
Right.
I'm jumping ahead.
Yes.
But it's weird. Right. It's just weird.
Yes.
All right. Next, I have Mox and Eddie beating the shit out of Private Party.
Yes.
Did Eddie not have his gear?
No, I think he's just trying to dress like Mox.
With the gym shorts or whatever.
I think it's just this is a fight. I don't need to wear my gear.
That makes sense.
Eddie murders that one with the back fist.
We sure did.
I think Mox hits a lariat right before it, and it's just death. Private Party. The one Private Party member's got to shave his fucking beard. He freaks me out.
Oh, he's trying the Sonata thing with the dyed beard. Ain't working.
Works for Sonata. Don't work for you.
No, Sonata Hive, stand up.
But yeah, this was just Regal and Jericho sparring and commentary. The middle of the match, they just stopped calling it and just started jaw jacking at each other.
Yeah.
Again, Jericho going right for the "I'm surprised you're not dead."
Yeah, oof. I know.
Oof. But whatever.
I guess they're all right.
Regal's awesome.
I love Regal.
Yeah.
Next thing I have is FTR versus Roppongi Vice.
Yes.
It's all right.
It was okay.
It was okay.
I was hoping it was better, but that wasn't the point of this.
No, it sure wasn't. And why wasn't it, DJ?
Because this had a run-in. They're setting up Forbidden Door early. Mm-hmm. This has your run-in by the United Empire.
Sure does.
Jeff Cobb.
But more importantly,
the Great O'Khan. And listen, this is something that both Brett and I want to clarify to the world, if you didn't already know. There's a lot of naysayers and a lot of people on the internet trying to take their hot takes and their gotcha moments on Great O'Khan. We ride for Great O'Khan on this podcast. Right, great. If you don't understand Great O'Khan, who is a big man who's limited in the ring but has a good look, just go to his Instagram.
Yep, that's it.
The Travel Channel should give Great O'Khan a fucking TV show.
He's living his best life in Las Vegas now.
He's living the best American life that he can. He's eating giant hamburgers.
Yep.
He's hanging out with strippers in public.
Getting spanked.
Getting spanked at restaurants.
Riding a mechanical penis.
Riding a giant mechanical cack. Great O'Khan is living.
Yeah. Going to beaches wearing Speedos.
Right. And listen, Great O'Khan he lost to Chase Owens in that match in DC, which is unfortunate. But that was the day that solidified our love of the Great O'Khan because of our hatred of Chase Owens.
Yep.
And the Great O'Khan won the Mongolian chops off of Tenzan.
He sure did.
He does 4 or 5 moves. He doesn't need anything else.
That's it.
And we're a Great O'Khan family here.
Kind of into the Great O'Khan.
Jeff Cobb, on the other hand,
I like Jeff Cobb.
I like hit or miss for me.
Jeff Cobb.
I'll tell you what, the timing on their big finisher, I wish that looked a hell of a lot better, and it sure as hell wasn't Great O'Khan's fault.
No, and Trent going through a table also. Trent, when O'Khan did his time, I think Trent was like, "Oh, he's doing it," and just jumped in there. It's like, all right,
yeah, right.
It's still the Great O'Khan though.
Right, still the Great O'Khan. But Jeff Cobb, I'm hit or miss on Jeff Cobb. I don't know that he's completely put it together yet. He's got the size and the look, and he can throw people around. But I don't know that he's put all the pieces together to be a great wrestler. I know he gets a lot of comparisons. I know people in the beginning would threw the name of Gary Albright around, and that's just fucking blasphemy. But I just don't think he's put it all together yet.
He's running the New Japan Cup this year.
Is he?
Jeff Cobb in the New Japan Cup that happened this year? He had a nice run.
Then he good. I don't think he's bad by any means. I'm just saying I don't know that he's put it all the way together yet. But setting up for Forbidden Door, I don't know if this leads to a 3-way between these guys.
The ROH titles on Forbidden Door? That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe it and they don't hold IWGP belts, right?
That's it's Chase Owens and Battle of Fallout. What's wrong, man?
That I cannot think of a worse tag team. Like Dana Brooke and an actual pile of shit.
Oh man. Worst wrestler, Chase Owens or Dana Brooke?
Chase Owens.
Whoa. Oh my. Dana Brooke
Do you know why?
fan.
Do you know why? Because Chase Owens should know better. Dana Brooke was just like a model, like a fitness model and like bodybuilder that they were like, hey, come be a wrestler. Mm-hmm. This kid has dedicated his life to wrestling and he still stinks.
He's bad.
Fucking dog shit.
Yeah, he's real bad.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So
dog shit. God, Chase Owens is fucking terrible. Terrible.
Things that aren't dog shit.
Gun to my head, I'd watch 1,000 Yoshihashi matches before I watched one Chase Owens match.
I'll put it to the test.
Don't kill me.
Okay. So things that aren't shitty.
Yes.
The Ricky Starks Swerve Strickland Jungle Boy 3-way.
Yeah, I have a huge problem with this.
With the 3-way?
I do. A massive problem.
What?
Why are you giving this away on free TV?
Hey, man, you gotta sell them papes, brother.
You do.
You gotta sell them.
But I don't know that you need to sell them this hard.
Dude.
This match is unreal.
It was awesome, yep.
Unreal. And I've said that the past couple of weeks that Jungle Boy's been showing his ass a little bit. And I think he looked really good in this one.
Yep.
There's a fucking reason wwhy Luchasaurus hasn't even sniffed this feud. Imagine if it was Jungle Boy and Christian versus these. Anyway, yeah, their timing is so good. everybody's fucking cool. Swerve's the coolest. The Swerve does like 9 things in this match that are like, what?
Yeah,
how?
Yep. When he does that like springboard handstand off the apron to the floor, it's just like,
it's nuts.
What are you doing, man?
Absolutely.
You look incredible.
I watched this, and at the end I was like, here's what you do. Here's the end of CM Punk Hangman Page. You know how you do what the actual finish to that is? Swerve wins that belt.
I can see that.
Because he needs something. He's just too good.
Yeah.
Like I liked Swerve in NXT.
Sure.
I liked him on the Indies. I love this dude here. He's great. Man. He the whatever, the cuffs are off. Whatever the fuck they were telling him not to do in WWE, they ain't telling him that here.
To be himself
and
now.
Right, but he's wrestling better than he was. It's insane. The backflip out of the Poison Rana is nuts.
Yep.
Like the dinosaur fucking stinks when everybody comes down to do their shit to build the tag team thing. The dinosaur fucking blows. Just right in fucking hell. But god damn it, like on free TV, this 3-way, one of the better 3-ways I've ever seen. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
This was really fucking good,
dude. I still harp on it. Ricky Starks, man,
unbelievable.
That dude,
unreal. Right,
has to hold the heavyweight title at some point.
Right. It's crazy.
Has to.
It's crazy that there's people in this company right now that like it. I worry because of like notoriety and like like you want to build audiences, so putting the belt on Punk potentially builds an audience. Unless you listen to Bischoff and say he's the biggest financial failure ever, because Bischoff forgets that he fucked Bret Hart. But like just so many guys that I'm like, believably and easily can get that belt and have great fucking runs with it. Swerve, fucking Keith Lee, Ricky Starks, Eddie fucking needs that thing. Fucking the run that Wardlow's having, he might as well fucking get it. Like there's a lot of people right now that are like homegrown. I used to complain about this all the fucking time. One of my biggest worries in AEW was that they were not going to give time to their homegrown guys, and like they are, and like. You can say Swerve and Keith Lee aren't homegrown guys, but Swerve didn't look like this anywhere else on TV, at least. So, like, just fucking do it. Just do it. Like, there's so many people right now that could be cool as shit with title belts, which hurts me that the TNT belt is in this fucking twisted in the wind
stuck
disaster
in the mud.
that it is. Because that belt on any of those guys elevates the shit out of it.
Yep.
Swerve, Keith Lee, Ricky Starks, Hobbs. You put the Hobbs can get that fucking world title belt, but put that TNT belt on any of them.
Even like Darby Allin eventually get the world title. Like,
but like
Pac.
Stinger's hurt. Did you see that? That sucks.
I wonder if it's hurt or the vid. I wonder.
But
from the devastating shoulder super kicks he took last week.
Right. Because the Young Bucks have never been in the ring with a real-sized professional wrestler. But anyway.
Imagine if they would have tried that against Billy Gunn, they would have kicked him in his belly button.
Billy would have laughed at him too. But yeah, like it just the TNT title breaks my heart because there's guys like Swerve that can have that and come out and have these free on TV 5 stars and just make that belt seem so much cooler.
Yeah,
but
I agree, man.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Yeah, it was
so
a ton of fun.
So cool.
Thunder Rosa's promo.
It was better.
It's give her time to talk. Don't let Serena Deeb in front of a microphone after last week.
And also, maybe don't play someone's music until they're done fucking talking.
I wonder what I see.
I think she paused too long and they thought she was done.
I think so too. Like, or part of it was like, did she go over?
Right.
I don't know.
But it seemed like they were playing her off the stage like she went too long in the Oscars.
Wrap that shit up, B.
But this was better. Not great, but better.
I still don't care about the match.
I at one point was like, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
But again, this is just like AEW has killed that outside of Jade Cargill, they've killed that division.
More on that next.
And like, yeah, right. We'll get there.
Owen Hart semifinal.
Yes.
In the women's side, Britt Baker versus Toni Storm.
Yeah. Brother.
The soon-to-be-named network phrase, actively bad.
Right. And I try to be positive. I know I'm not always, and I know I bitch and moan about a lot of stuff because I'm, in fact, a wrestling fan. Britt is on a backslide, and that's me being nice.
Yeah.
People love Britt. The fans love her. She's very popular. You know, she's a good-looking girl. She's okay on the mic. She's backslid a little bit on the mic too, but not as bad as she has in the ring. You know, she's people like her. The fans like her. Everybody DMDs it up. Pittsburgh, she's a huge fucking star.
Well, of course.
But she stinks in the ring now, and she was getting better, and she ain't. She stopped.
You have to wonder the smoke and mirrors during pandemic time,
right?
Are those gone now?
Right.
Blood and Guts against Thunder Rosa was very pre-taped and very heavily edited.
Right.
Yeah. She's just not good.
Not good.
It looked like she was in slow motion.
Right. She botched the finish.
It's just not good,
right.
Man.
Not good. And like when Hayter came out, I was like, "Here's Hayter's turn."
Same. I thought the same.
Hayter's going to turn so the program becomes Britt and Hayter.
Yep.
You can hide Britt in some matches for a while until you get to the part where Hayter can make her look like $1 million because Hayter's smooth as shit in that ring. Yep. And when that didn't happen, I was like, "What's the point here?" And so Britt wins, and like, so Britt's in the finals, and I'm like, I know AEW, and one of my complaints about AEW is that their tournaments have been very predictable. Which, in one hand, you can say, well, that's good, right?
That's the point of a tournament,
right? Because, like, you know, it's predictable because the right people are winning. Like, the people who you think are the better wrestlers are winning and making it through.
Sure.
But they've set themselves up to have Cole and Britt win this Owen tournament.
God, I fucking
and then do something where they're together. We both won it, because everybody knows they're together. It's only a matter of time before she joins she's already done like teased joining the elite,
right? Yeah.
So they're king and queen, or whatever it is. And like, to me, that seems like an idea that Tony Khan would really like, because again, Tony Khan is whatever he is. I'm never gonna defend a billionaire. But one thing that Tony Khan is, he's a money mark, right? And we all know that he's a big fan of Adam Cole, and he's a big fan of Britt.
Yeah.
And he tends to book that way. He tends to not be able to see what they are and aren't doing in the ring and book on who he likes, which is fine. If Dusty Rhodes could book himself to beat Dusty Rhodes in the main event, Dusty Rhodes would have fucking done it. It's just the way, how wrestling works, right? But I hope they swerve their way out of this. Like, they're setting us up for that, knowing we're going to expect it. And I don't see Joe beating Cole. We'll talk about that in a bit. But like, because that match technically hasn't happened yet. But like, I just don't see that happening because of Joe's eventual role in Ring of Honor.
I agree with that.
But I think, and maybe you do that on this pay-per-view where you do Cole wins his and becomes the Owen champion, and Britt doesn't win hers. Like, everybody's, oh, well, Cole won, well, Britt's going to win. And then she doesn't. You do the Hayter turn here or something.
Yeah.
And I think it also depends on what happens tomorrow night on Rampage, who meets her in the final. I think that's a big deal
it's
too.
It's either going to be Ruby or Stat. It has to be Stat.
I think it has to be Stat. And I think if that's the case, Stat wins and you push Stat. But we'll see. But yeah, it's this. Britt wasn't good. She looks lost in there a lot.
Yeah, like I said, it was just to me, it was just actively bad.
Right. She looks lost. It looks like she needs to take a step or two to remember what she needs to do. It's just disjointed, and she's getting worse. Yeah. We say this every week, and like, this is some of the worst she's looked in ring. And a couple of weeks ago, she cut like a really bad promo. Yeah. Thankfully, Serena Deeb entered the room and was like, "I can cut a worse one," but
hold my beer.
But like, Britt's on a backslide, and like, maybe the answer's funny Britt again. Like, role model Britt was fun, but again, that was pandemic stuff.
Fun.
So who knows?
You know, she's not fun anymore.
Right. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. But this was bad, and people are saying some people online are saying they like it.
No, it was bad.
You're not being honest.
Nope,
this wasn't good.
No,
it's just not good. And the match at the pay-per-view is gonna be not good unless Rose is able to, because it's not a hardcore match or anything.
No, not Rose.
So like,
Stat win
or
Stat,
Ruby, right? Yeah, Stat or
who
Ruby,
wins.
right? Yeah, right.
So
Rose is deep. That's a whole other fucking thing, right? But yeah, this women's division's a bit of a mess.
Sure
they can do part of the job in correcting it and letting some not Brit win the Owen. But aside from this, I guess I'll ask you this as a fan, but also if you can take a step back and think of yourself as a new person to AEW. If you're watching AEW, let's take a step back. Think you're a new person watching AEW for the first time, and you're watching the programming, and you see the Rosa with the women's belt and what they've done with that over the next bunch of weeks or last couple of weeks, and Jade with the TBS belt and what they've done with her over the last couple of weeks. Just take the same amount of time period for both of them. What looks like the main women's title?
Oh, it's Jade.
It's Jade, right?
For sure. I think they said total since Rosa's won the belt, she's had like maybe 30 minutes of TV time.
Right. Like one match and whatever. Like it's insane.
And I mean, I've heard that she's banged up.
Right. That's fine.
But
that's fine. But you should then plan for significant things for her to do, and you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And like they even put Deeb on TV this week. I imagine probably on Rampage. And because Jade wasn't either, but like outsider looking in from taking the sample size of the same like weeks or months, the TBS title looks like the bigger title because Jade's the bigger star. Jade has it put together.
Yeah.
And then what had like Jade was, it was just Jade. They were hyping up all her wins. She got to a really good win point. She had Marky, and they're like, okay, well, what do we do now while we're trying to figure other stuff out? Give her some goons. They're giving her some goons. Fine. It works. It keeps her fresh. The main shit, it pales in comparison.
Yeah.
The TBS title is looking so much more prominent than the regular women's title.
You're not wrong.
And like also like that Rosa came out with the women's belt, and I was like, oh yeah, they redesigned that. I forgot because I don't fucking see it ever.
Yeah.
So
main event of Dynamite for the
Yes.
men's semifinal of the Owen tournament.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe versus Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes.
I thought this was fucking awesome.
Yeah, right. Both these guys can fucking wrestle.
They just beat each other up for like 12 minutes or so. Samoa Joe gets the win.
Mm-hmm.
I liked O'Reilly almost getting choked out with the one arm, and then Joe finally hooking it in and going out.
Yeah.
I think I love Kyle O'Reilly. It's smart to have Joe versus Adam Cole on pay-per-view.
Yes.
This match has never happened.
Right. It connects Ring of Honor in like the different eras of Ring of Honor.
Two former Ring of Honor champions.
In a cool way.
If you remember the end of Joe and Cole's run in NXT, Joe choking Cole out backstage when he was Regal's enforcer.
Right.
So it's like a nice little tidbit in there, you know. But I would be trying to hype this up. And I think they mentioned it on commentary last night. These two have never had a match before.
Right.
Tomorrow on Rampage, if you're previewing it, mention that.
Yeah. Right.
But the hype up video before the match on the pay-per-view, mention it.
Right.
Like, hey, audience, you're seeing this for the first time
show some Ring of Honor footage.
You know, like, these are first time ever these two are going at it. Like,
big deal.
Hype it up. Make it a big deal.
Yeah.
For, to have it be in the Owen final, like, have it be just make it as big as possible as you can in as short amount of time that you can.
Right.
But that would be my focal point for this. It's just these two have never faced before. Right. Two of the best in the world. Two former Ring of Honor champions. Yeah. Like, it's there. It's right fucking there.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's that side of it. I'm like, okay, your story's right there.
Right. Speaking of where NXT left people off, Samoa Joe's lucky that he didn't get Cool Kyle.
Cool. I remember Cool Kyle.
Cool Kyle would come out in them shades and like a vest, with a funny shirt, maybe go fishing with somebody.
I love Kyle O'Reilly.
Me too. This was really good. Yeah. I would have liked to see Cole versus O'Reilly. I know we've seen it, but like just in AEW to see what they can do. But yeah, Joe Cole's gonna be really good. I think Cole wins. Only because Joe eventually is gonna have to be an anchor for Ring of Honor.
Yep.
And this is an AEW tournament, so
I can see Cole winning.
I think Cole wins it.
Makes sense.
I think that's right.
Outside interference, probably from either his guys or the
Satnam Singh, which then like you can take that off TV and push that to Ring of Honor eventually, and leave us the fuck alone with it. But
yes, All right, so let's get into New Japan Best of the Super Juniors 29.
Yes, lots of Super Juniors.
Yeah, this has been our focal point. I've been watching, I feel like, every fucking day, and I'm loving it. I'll just
watch a lot of wrestling.
Kind of go ascending order, So
the first matches I have are from 5/19.
I don't have the date. I just have A Block, Night 3.
Okay.
the first match, because I know that we made a pact that we're going to watch every one of this guy's matches.
Yes.
Ryusuke Taguchi.
Okay.
Versus Francesco Akira.
Okay, so that's the 21st. I have the 2 matches that we didn't talk about last week.
Oh, yeah, that you didn't watch.
That I didn't watch.
Yeah.
I don't have a ton of notes here. Titan versus El Lindemania, Running Wild.
I've watched so much I don't remember.
Yeah, that's fine. They were both of them wrestled like a main event here. And this is a week ago. Titan is a fucking star at this point. I'm like, holy shit, this dude. It's crazy where he ends up. Awesome. We'll talk about that. And then Yuta versus Doki.
Yes, the Doki Choki.
The Doki Choki. That ends up being Yuta's first win.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the best Doki match I've ever watched. And like at the end of that match was just cool. It reversals back and forth until Yuta finally gets the win.
Yeah.
That's all. The Doki Choki.
I was like saying that.
So, and I will say too, we'll talk about this a bunch too, but I'll mention it here before we get into the stuff. This extends through everything happening in the Super Juniors up until like the last day or two where they're all Super Junior cards, because like before this the first half are like tag matches and stuff. Kevin Kelly killing it,
dude.
Solo commentary team,
fucking great,
like just by himself, crushing it solo on commentary for these early Super Junior
unreal
matches. like really fucking.
Who would have ever thought like the C Show WWF late 90s announcer, would be like an actual staple of New Japan for the last however many years now. And he's killing it.
He is being informational.
Super informational.
He's not missing any of the action, calling it by himself. He's his color and play-by-play guy. Yeah. It's only him for these.
Yeah.
He's not missing any of the action. He's telling you a ton about these people because maybe you don't know them. If you're an American guy watching this stuff for the first time, you don't know the Japanese stars, or you know the Japanese stars, you don't watch American, right? Whatever it is, he's letting you know all this kind of shit. He is killing it on commentary for these shows. And he usually does, and he's very good. And the last 2 shows where the full card are all tournament matches is back. And they're a good team, and I like them together. But one-man commentary booth is fucking hard.
Yeah.
And Kevin Kelly is killing it. And it's not like these are like Haas fights, slow-paced stuff. No. These are juniors matches. Yeah. So there's a lot of technical wrestling. There's a lot of reversals. There's a lot of high-flying stuff. And he's hitting the names and the backstories. Yeah. And if there is backstory leading to these matches, which has been happening here and there, he's filling us all in because he knows we're not all watching New Japan.
The man has his research down.
Right. He's killing it.
Yep, I agree.
Like, take notes on what this dude is doing in New Japan. Yeah. Because it is really fucking good.
Yeah, it's super impressive to be calling this shit by yourself. Yep. So, all right, A Block Night 3.
The 21st.
Like I said, because we said we're going to watch all this man's matches.
Every single one.
Ryusuke Taguchi, the Funky Weapon.
Yes.
Against Francesco Akira, the Fireball. 22 years old, member of United Empire.
Yes.
Taguchi is up to butt stuff.
Of course he is.
He is a man of
He's a little
butts.
more serious in this, though. This is mostly serious. This is big match Taguchi.
He's got to get a win.
Right.
He doesn't have a win up to this point.
Right. We got a little embarrassed by Hiromu a couple days earlier.
We got a little embarrassed.
We did. That's what it is. It's my representation. It's my coach.
His whole asshole was out against Taichi.
Certainly was. Certainly was. So like this is big match Taguchi. Mostly serious, but butt stuff, of course.
Yeah.
But a pretty solid juniors match.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, this is an interesting because, like, again, we talk about Taguchi. We're going to talk about every one of his matches, and we're going to laugh through most of them. Oh. But he's also a really good wrestler.
He can fucking go.
And they talk about it on commentary, like, 02 he's in the dojo, 04 he's out making his run, and then he's like the scout for the dojo and sometimes trainer for the dojo.
Him and Finn Balor, Apollo 55.
Right. Like, he's like he's the longest reigning junior.
Yep.
That they have in the company. He's been in these for this is 17th best of Super Juniors.
Was it this match where he passed the most time in the ring in the best of Super Juniors, passing Liger?
Right. And like he came out of the same training class as fucking Nakamura.
Yep.
Like this dude has been around and he's a really solid wrestler. He's just one of those dudes who like wouldn't really work as a heavyweight. Doesn't have the body for it. Put the pack on that much on his frame. And he's just there as a Super Junior, being the vet who's showing kids, making people look good, doesn't mind fucking losing. and is having really good matches, and he's having funny matches, and he's fucking turning it on when he can, and he looks fucking good. And
I agree.
I'm legitimately such a big fan of Taguchi.
Yeah, I've always liked Taguchi.
Yeah.
Watching him throughout this tournament made me appreciate him even more. Though,
it's fantastic.
The other match that I watched from this night,
did Taguchi win that one?
Yeah, Taguchi won because he got on the board.
Yeah.
The other match I watched from that night was Hiromu Takahashi versus Ace Austin.
Yes. So Ace Austin is fucking built.
Yeah, man.
Reading, Pennsylvania native.
Oh yeah, Kevin Kelly shouts that out a lot.
He does because Kevin Kelly's Harrisburg guy, right? Yeah. Ace Austin looks great.
Yep.
He's got the gimmick with the card. You know, the crowd is behind him. Like the crowd's into him really big.
Is super into him.
New Japan's behind him. More on that in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Hiromu Takahashi's a goddamn juniors legend.
Yes.
And is unstoppable here.
Yeah.
Like, Hiromu is just so good.
Yep. Hiromu ends up getting the win over Ace Austin. Listen, Ace Austin, you ain't going to come rolling in the Super Juniors on the third night and beating Hiromu Takahashi. Ain't happening, brother.
Hiromu, he is unstoppable. Like, to me, like,
he could wrestle any style.
Right. The era here, and again, he was hurt for a while. But like Hiromu of the last, like Hiromu in his prime that he's kind of just reaching now.
Yeah.
But like the last bunch of years, like will stack up, and his career will stack up, barring injury, against your Ligers and your Sasuke's, like your junior Japanese legends.
I'm so happy you said that because I agree.
Hiromu is incredible to watch.
Yep.
He can work anybody. He can work any style. When he's worked those in the New Japan Cup,
like
the match against Suzuki, like he can do it all. He is fucking killing it, and he's one of the favorites to win this. I don't know that he's going to. It'd be the only person to win it 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Hiromu's the fucking man.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Hiromu, go watch like his matches against Kushida. Those fucking barn burners that they had.
Yep.
Oh, he's so much fun.
Yeah. And a guy that I don't think will ever jump to heavyweight either. I don't think he ever needs to.
Like he's worked the G1.
He can work heavyweight, but I don't think he'll ever officially jump.
No, he won't officially jump, but he's not like a Shingo.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You need that pillar in the juniors.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Hiromu won over Ace Austin. Next thing we'll talk about, I guess, is the final night of separate matches, B Block Night 3.
Okay. 522. I watched 3 matches.
I also watched 3 matches. Hey. Robbie Eagles versus Doki.
Yep. First one I watched.
What did you think about that?
This was better than I thought either one of these guys were.
Agreed.
And
I'm not like completely sold on Robbie Eagles. More on that later.
Right. So,
but Doki, I used to be like, oh, this guy fucking
I still think
stinks.
He looks like a dummy.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, nah, I ain't watching a Doki match.
He looks like a new metal wrestler.
Yeah. I'm like, I ain't watching Doki matches. But this is good. But like, Robbie Eagles is just like, oh, you don't think I'm good? I'm gonna make you eat those fucking words every night, pal.
Well,
but this was cool. This is a great I don't mean this derogatorily, but like a spot match. This is just spot guys. If that's your thing, I like it when it's done really well. This is done really well.
It's done really well.
This surprised me. Eagles and Doki. Eagles is we're gonna talk about him a bunch. I think, man. Robbie Eagles. He's something.
Yeah, Robbie Eagles got the win in that match.
Right. I wonder how Madison Eagles is doing.
Oh, boy.
I was just wondering. They were in Ring of Chikara together.
They sure were.
Kind of. Yeah.
Next match I watched from that night.
Yeah.
El Phantasmo versus Titan.
Me too. Titan winless here.
Yeah.
Which is shocking because...
Kind of shocking, right? Well, it's only the third night.
Right. Only true luchador...
The only one.
Representation because like Bushi doesn't count, Despy doesn't count.
They don't count.
CMLL guy. Crowd super into him. Really fun to watch, man. Teens a dude. I'm like, oh, what's he up to tonight? Because I gotta see.
Yeah,
he's a dude I know nothing about. I think he should have won this after Phantasmo ripped his mask off.
Yeah,
that's a little iffy there.
See. I like on commentary, Kevin Kelly's like, oh, if he takes the mask off, that's a disqualification.
Right.
Still did it. Phantasmo's a motherfucker.
Phantasmo is a motherfucker.
He plays the dickhead well.
Right. And that's a dude that I skip over a lot because I'm just not that interested, but we'll see.
Yes. So Phantasmo got the win there. And then the final match I watched from this night was El Desperado versus Wheeler Yuta.
Me too.
El Desperado is on a hellacious run.
He is.
Over the past, like,
Sassafras.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yuta was up to the challenge, though.
I have that in my notes, too.
Yeah.
So this is really interesting.
The moment wasn't too big for Yuta.
Right. That's what you see. He's never looking lost in these big moments.
Yep.
Because Yuta is very much, Francesco's like the youngest dude, but like,
he's only 22.
This is Yuta's first big spotlight, you know?
Yeah.
And like, he never looks lost in these moments.
Yep.
This is a big match. He hits the pain thriller for the first time in this. I think the finishing sequence is great, and Despy gives him so much.
Yeah.
Like, and they shake hands. Like, clearly,
I love it that Despy shakes his hand down, kind of like gives him a hug a bit.
And thanks.
He's like, "Fucking, that was great."
Like my last one on this match is that Yuta's ready.
Oh, 100%.
He just like in AEW they treat him like the youngin that's come on and he's got these mentors and whatever. Here, like this is what Tony Khan wanted. This is why Tony Khan's okay with him missing the pay-per-view for a couple and missing TV for a couple of weeks, because he's grown so much already at this point in the tournament. He's fucking ready. He hung in this match against a guy who is probably going to win the tournament.
We'll see, yes.
And not once did he look lost or like confused or like miss a spot or turn too late or too early. Like, everything looks good. He's killing it. Yeah.
Crowd's super into you.
Super into him. You're not winning a ton.
No, but that's okay.
That's fine. Doesn't need to. He's growing. He looks fucking good. Despy's awesome.
Yeah, Despy's just... I never thought I'd love El Desperado.
No, and it's another dude that I never gave a shit about.
Yeah.
And like, again, like the juniors are never my thing. Like, I like them. I like the 90s era of juniors.
Sure,
those are the guys I'm attached to.
Sure.
But like, I'm not like, I prefer, especially in Japanese wrestling, like beat 'em
heavyweight
ups,
style.
heavyweight, smash them up, hit each other hard kind of shit.
Yeah.
Despy's been impressive.
He's been super impressive.
Yeah.
So, all right, night 7, this is where we start having joint shows.
Yes, 524.
Every show, or every match on the show is now a tournament match.
Yes.
So you're getting 10 matches a night.
Yeah.
So I'll start on the A block side of things on night 7.
Okay.
The only match I watched was Clark Connors versus Ryusuke Taguchi.
Okay.
DJ, when I tell you that I was belly laughing during this match, this is one of the goddamn funniest matches I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Them working this match as like a strong style match, but focused around their asses.
Yes.
It's one of the fucking funniest things I've ever goddamn seen.
Clark Connors looks like Skinner. There he comes out.
He does look like Skinner.
He does look like
Come
Skinner.
on.
He used to be like short haired, clean shaven.
Well, he graduated from being a fucking young boy.
Now he looks like he's in the Australian outback.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
But yes, you're absolutely right. This is like an Ishii match, but about butts. Instead of the forearm strikes, they're trading butt shots. And like, that's not what Clark Connors does.
No.
He just like accidentally hits Taguchi. Oh, Taguchi punches him in the butt and hurts his hand.
Yeah, and Connor's like, wait a minute.
Right. And then Taguchi makes the ref go check Clark Connors' ass for like a metal plate. He won't wrestle him until he checks his ass.
It's so fucking funny.
And then there's a part in this match where Taguchi's in the corner and Connors is running and doing the hip attack in the corner, and like Taguchi smiles because he's so happy that someone else is utilizing the funky weapon that he's not even mad. He's not even mad about it.
Dude, when they're doing like your typical like Japanese forearm exchange, but with
their butts, right?
It killed me.
Insane.
When they're both staggering around.
Yeah, it's nuts. And then like they get some good wrestling in. There's a good ankle lock reversal. Yeah. There's the butt where he headbutts the butt and like knocks himself silly. This is Taguchi loses because it's what he does. But it's really funny and entertaining, and the crowd loves Taguchi.
Dude, they love Taguchi.
There's towels and cheers, and like the fans, like everybody, like really into Taguchi. I do need to be there. I need to support my coach. I need to make sure he knows it's okay. Yeah. He's not letting us down.
So if you're there in person when Taguchi's ass comes out, does your ass come out in support?
Well, I mean, just automatically.
Just drop
support or not, I have no choice. If I was there, I'd actually just sit with my bare ass on the chair just in case. just in case I'm not fast enough.
You have your ass on the guardrail.
Right.
Taguchi, run him into my ass.
Yes.
Some people hold a stop sign. You hold your ass.
Right. I hold my ass. That's what it is. But again, poor Taguchi, he loses.
Dude, I was laughing so fucking hard at this.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It's
hilarious.
Killed me, dude.
Did you watch the post match with Taguchi?
I did not.
So he crawls back and he's on the ground and he's laying on the ground rolling and he's just like grunting, and then he just looks at the camera and he says, "Damn that ass."
He's so cool.
Right.
Oh, I feel like I'd be biting if I got a Taguchi shirt too.
Yeah.
You're the one who owns all the Taguchi shirts.
That's my dude. He's the man, though. He's fucking awesome. He's having a great run, even though he ain't winning. His matches are funny as shit.
I might have to buy a Taguchi shirt.
Go for it.
I think I need to support.
Go for it.
All right, so the other matches I watched on Night 7 from B Block. We were Yuta versus Bushi.
I watched that too. Yuta wins.
Yeah. Yuta was another guy who said, like, hey, we're going to watch all his matches.
Absolutely.
Bushi, never been my guy.
Dude, I'll never really watch.
I just don't.
Yeah. And he's not.
He just doesn't connect.
We've said that about a bunch of people here, but Bushi ain't going to win me over.
No.
My only note is that Yuta wins 4 points. Good for him.
Yeah, same.
That's it.
There's not a ton here.
That's it. Good for Yuta.
But then the main event of the night.
Yes.
El Lindaman
Mania running wild,
versus
brother.
El Desperado.
Yes.
Dude, how about El Lindaman getting the win over Desperado at Korakuen?
I think this is a great match.
I thought so too. This was like the first great match of the tournament.
Absolutely. Lindaman, El Lindaman Mania, all the Lindaman maniacs out there. He is stealing this tournament in a bit.
Dude, he
doesn't have a ton of wins. I think he's up towards the top.
Up there.
But like,
dude, he connects with this crowd.
Right. He connects with this crowd. He's an undersized dude. He's like built, but he's short. The crowd likes him. He's very charming and like relatable. Like you just, happy and like positive. He's the GLEAT champion, the G-Rex champ.
Yeah.
His throws are like he's a judo guy first. His throws are fantastic. His suplexes are great.
I love that his finisher is either a bridging German or a bridging Tiger suplex.
Right. His throws are crisp and quick. Looks great. Despy does a stretch muffler all the time that he calls numero dos. Yep. And it's amazing when he hooks the arm with it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It looks like he's actually going to rip your arm.
So like he works the knee almost every match. Looks awesome. Yeah. And then it's a tiger suplex with a bridge for the win because the German doesn't work here.
German doesn't work.
Crazy good finishing sequence. They fucking lay it all out on the table here. Yeah. I loved this match. Lindaman, we're Lindaman maniacs.
Absolutely. Ever since we first saw him.
We're like El Lindaman. El Lindaman mania running wild. Gets the win over Desperado. That's big deal.
That's a big win.
It's a big deal.
Absolutely. Real big win.
And this was like the first really great match to come out of this Super Juniors tournament.
I thought so too. There's been super solid stuff, but this was the first really whoa.
And again, we're not watching everything, but I haven't watched a bad match yet from what I've picked.
Me neither. There's nothing where like probably Yuta Bushi was probably like the worst one, but it still wasn't anything where I'm like,
but Yuta wins, so I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
so,
same.
Yeah.
So all right, we're gonna move on to night 8.
Yes. This was 2 days ago.
Yeah. So A Block, Ace Austin.
Yeah.
Versus first time watching one of his matches in the tournament. Alex Zane.
So I wanted to watch Alex Zane Ishimori because I like Ishimori.
I do too.
And I think that's like Ishimori's a good guy, and he's IWGP Junior champ right now, right?
Yes, he is. Yeah, he beat El Desperado at Wrestling Don Talker.
But like to me, like he's been around a long time. He's trained by Ultimo. He wrestles real fast.
Older than you think.
You're right, because he looks like $1 million. Yeah. When I saw he was wrestling Zayn, I was like, oh, that's a good, like, let's see what Zayn can actually do. Because Ishimori's, like, sneaky, really fucking good. So, like, that, if you can hang with Ishimori, you can hang with most people.
Yeah.
But I ended up not watching that. So this is also the first time with Zayn for me.
Yes.
And I saw this clipped to hell on Twitter.
Me too.
Because people were freaked out about this match. Rightfully so.
Yep.
I like this match. This match had everything.
Everything.
And this wasn't a main event. They gave him a long time.
Yeah, I mean, this was this the opener of the show?
I'm pretty sure it was.
If you've been paying attention to either of their Twitters,
yeah,
they're like getting into like Japanese Twitter, and like the fans are really loving both of these guys. They're calling people are calling them the Zest Friends because their love of Taco Bell.
Right.
So it's been fun watching their escapades.
Yeah.
This is Ace Austin's first tour in Japan.
Right.
It is fucking best of the Super Juniors.
Right.
That's crazy.
It's fucking nuts. And he's Impact something.
Impact X Division champ. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I thought this match was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Ace Austin getting the win.
Up to 8 points here.
That's a big deal.
Crazy.
Dude. Yeah, real big deal.
They lay in, like, not only do they do their spots and their flippy stuff, but they lay in the elbows and the chops, which I like.
Yeah.
Because you don't often see that from juniors.
No. Your friends.
I could do without in the beginning when Ace was like, "We're friends, man. Don't hit me, like that kind of stuff. Like, I don't need that.
See, it's tough though because it's like he is a heel,
right?
So it's even like Kevin Kelly points out on commentary. He goes, he's used to like wanting the fans to boo him in Impact here,
right?
Like the fans are cheering,
right?
He's like cheering
the fans
on,
are really behind Ace. They get in the card thing, like he does the card slip between the fingers and then hides it back in his sleeve.
The Ace up the sleeve.
I think this match had everything.
I did too,
and I really like this. This was really, really great.
Yes,
good
agree.
showing from both these guys, and the Japanese fans are behind both these dudes.
Yeah, they're way into them.
Ace though, he's something.
He's something, man. I agree.
Yeah. I would trade in that Impact belt and make a more permanent residence in Japan after this if I was him.
We'll see. Yeah. Next from A Block was Show.
Okay.
What do they call them? The Murder Machine?
I don't know.
Show, a part of the House of Torture, the subset group of Bullet Club.
Yes.
Used to be half of Roppongi 3K. Used to be half of the Tempura Boys.
Yeah.
Show versus Ryusuke Taguchi.
So House of Torture is still in Bullet Club?
Yeah. It's just like their own thing.
I hate the House of Torture.
I do too. It's fucking terrible.
And I love Show and Yo together.
Evil made Ishii have a bad match at Wrestle Kingdom.
Right. Yeah, you know what that is? Right.
House of Torture is Evil, Dick Togo, Show, and Yujiro Takahashi.
Oh my God, Takahashi!
The Tokyo Pimp.
What a horrible wrestler he is.
He's always been trash.
Yujiro stinks.
Even when he was a tag team with Naito back in the day, still.
The only good thing about him is that does that bunny lady still come out with him?
Lady
in the bunny suit.
I know.
She is not in a bunny suit. There wasn't much of a suit, just bunny ears. Look it up. Does she have an Instagram? I bet she's an Instagram. What's her name? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I totally don't follow her on Twitter or anything.
Good, cool.
I think it's like Tokyo Latina or some shit.
Okay.
Anyway,
interesting. Weird.
So, Sho versus Taguchi.
Yes.
Again, strictly watching this for Taguchi shenanigans because Sho just.
I like him.
I always thought Sho was going to be the standout.
Yeah.
Of Roppongi 3K. But then getting wrapped up in this House of Torture shit, I fucking hate.
Right.
Taguchi.
Yes.
During this match.
Yes.
We see a teabagging.
So he comes out with a headlamp.
We see a fucking teabagging.
Right. So we need.
He's wearing a headlamp. Because House of Torture, they fuck with the lights.
Right. So I didn't know this.
Combat this. I'm going to wear a headlamp.
Right. I didn't know this, but the commentary lets us know apparently in House of Torture matches, Evil or someone goes backstage, turns off the lights to help out his teammate. So Taguchi comes out with a fucking headlamp because he's a goddamn genius. He makes the mistake of giving it to a young boy who puts it on. But yeah, so they do a thing in the beginning of this match. What can I say? So Sho like beats up Taguchi and drags him back behind the curtain. Yeah. And like he gets like a 19 count out of the ring. He gets back in the ring and
then does the thing where like he sticks his head out of the curtain, like kind of like a Here's Johnny from The Shining.
Right.
Thing, you know.
And then so Taguchi doesn't come back out through the curtain, barely makes it back into the ring to beat the 20 count, whatever. So then Taguchi gets back in the ring, and Taguchi starts beating up Sho. And he drags Sho down the aisle, back behind the curtain. But Sho's feet are still sticking out. Like, his feet and his legs are still sticking out from behind the curtain. This isn't Kurikan, right? So, like, the curtain and stuff, it's fan level. It's just, like, in the corner of the stands.
Just the corner, yeah.
If you're not familiar with Kurikan Hall.
Oh, man.
And so his feet are sticking out of it, and they start, like, flailing.
And you just...
And And Taguchi sticks his head out of the curtain like Sho did, like the Shining thing. Only his head's going up and down. And he has this big smile on his face, and Sho's legs are kicking.
Oh my god!
And like the curtain spreads a little bit, and Taguchi's head was going up and down because he's bare-assed. Like he's dropped his pants, he's dropped the G-string, and he is bare-assed, sitting on Sho's face, and then standing back up, and then sitting on his face, and he's just back and forth, just
dude.
And like
when he walks out through the curtain and his G-string and his ass are hanging out,
right?
It's fucking insane.
His entire ass is out, and then Sho gets up, barely makes the 20 count because he's dry heaving from just getting teabagged by Taguchi.
Oh my god!
And commentary translate. Taguchi yells at him and tells him that it's not to stop dry heaving.
It's not that bad.
Because it's not that bad.
Dude, I was like tears in my eyes laughing.
Right.
Then there's a part where Sho brings out, usually with him to the ring, a wrench wrapped in his shirt.
Right. Wrapped in one of his t-shirts.
Taguchi also brings out a shirt as well with something wrapped in the shirt.
Yes.
At one point in the match, Taguchi switches Sho's shirt and his shirt. Later in the match, when Sho goes for the shirt
to get the wrench, to win,
it's a fucking banana.
It's a banana.
It's a goddamn banana
that Taguchi eats post match.
He sure does. It's a fucking banana. Why not?
Wrapped in a Taguchi t-shirt.
Yeah, wrapped in a Taguchi shirt. You're right.
It's hilarious.
So
we're not done.
No, we're not. Taguchi has the ankle lock on. Yeah. Sho's ready to tap.
Right.
All of a sudden, the lights start getting fucked
Lights go out.
You see camera flashes and stuff. You see Dick Togo get in the ring.
Yeah.
Put the choker on Taguchi.
Right.
Lights are still flashing.
Right. You see the young boy in the corner with the headlamp on.
Yes.
And he's just looking at Taguchi, not anywhere else, which he gets admonished for later.
Yes. You then see the crowd starts to roar.
Yeah.
Legit starts to roar.
Yeah.
And then the lights start flashing again. And you just see Taguchi's ass on Dick Togo's fucking face.
In the darkness, he turned the tides, dropped his pants again, and is full on sitting on Dick Togo's face.
Asshole right on Dick Togo's face.
Right. The Dick Togo's nose smells like poop. And then Sho cheats to win.
And Evil comes out and clotheslines him and all that shit. Sho wins. Taguchi is just god tier at this point, man.
It's one of the things, like, why when we talk about Forbidden Door and whatever, like, I understand why you don't, but, like, Orange Cassidy and Taguchi need to meet at some point.
They certainly do.
Because while Taguchi is more, like, ridiculous, I would say, absurd because of the butt being out all the time. The fact that like OC does the funny stuff and they both can fucking go, like they're such like they're such similar guys. I just need like a little nod, something,
just a little acknowledgement,
or team them up. If they wrestle each other, I might die from laughter.
You just explode.
But like they're just so good, and like Taguchi, like this match is so involved with his fucking butthole. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh my god!
And then after the match, he's talking to the commentary and he's eating the banana because he's fucking crazy.
And then he yells at the young boy, said, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you looking at me?
Right? Why are you looking at me with the headlamp? You should be looking at who's coming, so I know." Right?
You know what? I liked on commentary, like Kevin Kelly and Chris Charlton. They were both like, if you're Jay White right now and you're watching this and you're thinking, what the hell? You have to get 4 guys to beat Taguchi? Like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, come on, Bullet Club.
Yeah. He put his butthole on half of House of Torture in this match.
They all got buttholed.
Right.
So real quick before the main event, which was an A block, there was one match for B block that I watched.
Okay.
Wheeler Yuta versus Titan.
Yes, I watched this as well.
Wheeler Yuta picking up another win.
Yeah.
Dude, you're right though. Titan is like awesome, super over with the crowd.
He's a losing star because he's not winning matches.
Yeah,
but like he is fantastic to watch.
Yeah.
Chikara gets a mention on commentary from Kevin
that's
Kelly.
Right. Kevin Kelly shouting out Chikara.
Yuta wins. What I like about this match is that when Yuta gets the seatbelt clutch, it's over.
That's done.
Nobody kicks out of it.
And the crowd knows it's done,
right,
too.
it's protected.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of other people are kicking out.
Yeah. So from the main event of this night from A Block was Yo.
Ooh, we found the match that you didn't watch.
Okay, what'd you watch?
Lindemann El Phantasmo.
Oh, yeah, I did not watch this.
This was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, it opens up with a head dump German. Lindemann dumps Phantasmo on his head. Lindemann is just so much fun to watch. Phantasmo wins, but this match is like, because Phantasmo's a big dude, and they talk about it a lot, he's going to have to transition. They said, like, he's already starting to, like, have a hard time making weight for the junior division, that he's going to have to make that jump, because it'd just be easier, because of the mass that he's putting on, like, the muscle. Yeah. But, like, he calls him, like, El Little Man in this. And like, cause like Lindemann's short.
What a shitty heel.
Right. But like, that's how he treats him in this match is like Phantasmo is just busting him for being short and like not taking him seriously. Yeah. And Lindemann's just throwing him all over the fucking place. But Phantasmo wins. I'm like, I want to watch Lindemann matches. Lindemann-mania. It's all over the place. Lindemann-mania.
It is running.
So that was the one we couldn't figure out on the count. That was the one that I watched that you
figured it out.
But yes, Yo versus Hiromu.
Yeah.
A rematch of last year's finals.
Yes, where it was the longest match of the tournament last year. You know, they kind of put over with Yo, and Yo, again, he was part of Roppongi 3K with Show.
Yeah.
Where he's kind of like a middling wrestler. Doesn't really know what he is.
He certainly doesn't have any sort of personality.
Yeah, like it's just very like, please do something.
Like Show and Yo when they were Roppongi 3K was like the fucking Beatles, man.
They were
like
great to watch.
They were handsome young kids that like everybody would scream for.
They were a lot of fun together.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're putting over in this match. Hiromu's got a bum knee from the night before.
Wheel. Yep.
Commentary did such a great job. They're going. Do you notice is his left knee? Like, is there any more padding?
Right.
And they're like, oh, but he wears the tights that you can't really tell. So you can hide it. Like, even just the little things like that are so important to get you more invested.
Yeah.
Up until this point, this was, for me, the best match of the tournament.
This was really, really good. Absolutely.
Yo was super motivated.
Yep.
He worked the fucking knee the whole match.
Dude, there's a spot in this match. It was superplex into a Falcon Arrow, into a knee bar. Yeah. Was insane.
Yep.
To combo that stuff together.
Yeah.
Just great. Yeah. This is Hiromu's hurt. That's the only reason why Yo wins. Yep. That's what it is. He works the knee. But a rematch of last year's finals, like they talked that up like this was cool. This was really fucking good. Yeah.
Yo, maybe this will be the only match I watch. Yo's against him and Yuta, maybe, but or him and Taguchi I'll watch. But I thought it was excellent.
Yeah, and
you go, where's this Yo been? You know,
right? Yeah,
it was serious. I just love the psychology. He worked the knee. That's all he had to do. They sold it. His knee is bad.
Yep.
Yo knew his knee was bad, and he worked the knee.
Yeah,
and he got the win for it.
Yep.
This awesome. Was fucking. I was loving watching this.
Absolutely.
Match. All right, so then night 9, which was
this morning.
Yeah, this morning.
Thankfully, had some time where I was able to catch all this stuff.
Yeah, because we both watched half the matches.
Right.
So from A Block.
Well, yesterday morning, right?
No, this was this morning.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I didn't watch all of this today. I watched some of it.
You had to. This is literally this morning.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you watched all
this. Oh, yeah, it is, yeah. I'm like, no, it's not, because it's the 27th. It's 12:01, everybody. Yep, there you go.
So this was this morning. From A Block.
Yeah.
First match, Alex Zane versus Ryusuke Taguchi.
Of course.
Not like a ton in the match, worth noting, except when Taguchi dropped his pants.
Yeah.
And he goes to hip attack Alex Zane. And Alex Zane starts biting his ass.
Right, biting his butt cheek.
And Chris Charlton yells, he's eating his ass, Kevin.
Yeah.
And Kevin, he just yells, we can't say that. Zane wins. Yep. Taguchi's officially eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, he's still going to have matches.
But officially.
He can play spoiler if he really needed to.
Yeah, he's officially out of contention.
Yes, right.
God,
I think the first man eliminated, right?
I think so, yeah. And then the other match from A Block was... And I I don't know if I would have watched this. I probably would have watched this. Mm-hmm. Ace Austin versus Taiji Ishimori.
Yeah.
They do a great job on commentary that Ishimori is a former X Division champ.
Yeah.
He's held the belt before. Mm-hmm. Naming guys like AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, things like that. Really building up the lineage of it. Mm-hmm. They said when, and I thought this was hilarious, when AJ Styles won it for the first time ever in 2002, mm-hmm. I think it was, Ace Austin was 3 years old.
Yeah, right.
And they said Taiji Ishimori was already training.
Right.
Dude, this match, again, like, Ace Austin is just delivering on...
Right.
So he's firing on all cylinders.
Right, so he beats Ishimori. He's the first person in either block to get to 10 points. And each of them, what do they wrestle? 9 matches each, or so, right? It's 10 guys in a block.
I believe so, yeah.
So it's 9 matches each.
Yeah.
His first to 10, which is crazy for his first tour of Japan, Gaijin, like all that shit. Kid's been killing it in these matches, man.
Yeah.
And clearly they like him.
Yep.
He gets tournament rules in New Japan. He gets a shot at the belt because Ishimori's champion.
I love the finish, though.
Right, yeah.
Where Ace has him rolled up, but his shoulders are on the mat, too.
Uh-huh.
And the ref rules that it's Ace's.
Yeah.
And again, commentary sold it perfect.
Uh-huh.
They're going, oh.
Yeah.
He's just going to give it to Ace. And they go, Ishimori has a legit gripe.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that sets up crossover, hopefully.
Right.
Or Ace gets a shot at that title.
Right.
Oh, my God, it'd be so good.
Right.
This was, I'm just like...
Yeah.
I'm blown away by Ace Austin.
Ace Austin's been super
I was already
impressive.
an Ace Austin fan.
Right. Well, I mean,
this is like even better.
Mystery Mint brought it up, but like we talked about it last year around this time that like Ace Austin should have been. This is the place he should be.
Yeah,
and he is, and he's killing it. Absolutely killing it.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yep.
So that was the only thing I watched, or the Tooth from A block. So B block, El Lindemann versus Wheeler Yuta.
Yes,
So I was super looking forward to this.
Me too.
El Lindemann gets the win over Utes.
Right. Yuta kicks out of the German though. Makes him use the second.
Out of the fucking German.
Right. Makes him. That's his like regular finish. His super finish is like the Tiger suplex with the bridge. He kicks out of the German, which not a lot of people are doing.
No, they're not.
He doesn't kick out of the Tiger, so that's cool. Yeah. Again, that stuff matters in wrestling, sure, especially in tournaments like this.
Yeah, it's like 2 young guys. Mm-hmm. Both with belts, Right,
yeah.
So now does Lindemann have a shot for the ROH Pure title down the line?
Maybe.
Let's make it happen, man.
Sure.
Fuck it. Why not?
Lindemann and Mania running wild.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
He's the fucking G-Rex champ for a
It's
reason.
true.
But no, man, again, Lindemann has been shining.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
The moments are not too big for Yuta.
Yeah.
Crowd is
still
into
right
Yuta
in there,
now.
hanging in there. Yep.
So yeah, this was definitely a lot of fun watching this.
For sure.
I've been loving watching Yuta.
Yeah.
So. Next match, which I was kind of like, watch it because it's Desperado, and I really like El Desperado.
Yeah.
Against Bushi.
Yeah, I watch this too.
I'll tell you what. Bushi got the win.
And Bushi looked good.
Dude, this was a really good match.
This was a good match.
They sold Desperado like having a banged up neck.
Right. Which is a big thing in this tournament style where they're wrestling every night. They wrestle like 3 nights in a row and then have a day or 2 off and then they're back to 3 nights in a row for this kind of stuff.
It's a big tournament.
So like they work the injuries where like if it happens at the beginning in the first match of the 3-night run or the second night of the 3-night run, you're going to be at a disadvantage. But then by the time that next run comes around, most of the time it's like, oh, they're better. It was just a little tweak. Yeah. But it creates some interest and build some upsets without just doing it for the sake of doing it and having someone like Despy who's been crushing it and Bushi who hasn't. It gives a reason and a legitimacy to the upset win.
And I like too that they're like, oh, they're 3-2 all time, and Bushi's only wins over Despy are because of disqualification. Right. So he never truly has a win over El Desperado. Well, here's your win. Right. I thought when he hit him with that MX, like the middle rope code breaker, was awesome. Desperado sold it like a motherfucker. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, good for Bushi.
Yeah, this kind of stuff always happens.
Yeah.
Again, G1 does it too. Yeah. Like there's always like these round robin tournaments. There's always like when
Toriano beat John Moxley.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So then main event.
Yes, which I didn't watch until you told me to go back and watch it.
All right. Well, Robbie Eagles versus El Phantasmo. Yeah. Are you happy that you went back and watched this?
Yeah, this was awesome. For sure.
Yeah, dude.
This was great.
Longest match of the tournament so far. This went about almost 25 minutes.
I thought that they were going to push this to, because if you get 1 point in a draw, I thought this was going to go that way. I did.
Dude, this took it over for my match of the tournament so far.
Nice.
Phantasmo is such a dickhead.
Yes.
But when he went for that moonsault, like walking from the corner to the middle of the ropes to hit the outside moonsault to the outside, and he missed.
Well, and they moved two rows of fans. So that was the thing we didn't talk about here that they tell you on commentary is that for the Super Juniors tournaments, there's no barricades because they don't want the people, because they know there's going to be a lot of high flying outside. Yeah. They don't want them to land and blow a knee or whatever because the schedule's so tight. Yeah. So they remove the barricades for the safety of the wrestlers.
Yes.
And there's security out there. You know, you see at Chikara all the time and other places. If a dive is coming, they come and like stand in the way or move people or whatever.
Desperado didn't. He said, get the fuck up.
Right. And they moved 2 rows deep of people. Yeah. And he springboard. And they're far away from the ring.
Far away.
He springboards and misses 2 rows deep.
It was wild.
And then gets fucking crushed against the barrier.
Dude, Eagles, when he hit the running knees on the barricade, was gross.
Yeah. Yep. Desperado's, or not, Phantasmo's a maniac. He does a lot of crazy shit. Dude. He does a lot of crazy shit.
And you're right. They say during the match, Kevin Kelly says that Phantasmo, his goal is to win the Best of Super Juniors, beat his own stablemate Ishimori for the junior title,
right,
and then take it to the G1 in the summer, which would be wild.
Right.
Dude, this was, to me, it was incredible.
Great knee work again.
Yeah.
We're always working a body part.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was really fucking good.
I liked
Robbie Eagles, man. He's surprised me. Like, this is a dude that has turned it on in a way that I didn't think he had possible. It's been fun.
He's been a joy to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same with Phantasmo, too. Yeah. For me, like, again, I agree. Never the biggest Phantasmo guy. Man, he's been, like, up in it here.
Yeah, for sure.
I just thought that this match was fucking bonkers.
Yeah, this was really good.
I like Phantasmo, and they even called out on commentary, him trying to use the old Bullet Club leaders' finishing moves and stuff. He goes for the one-winged angel, but his knee's all fucked up and he can't hit it.
Right.
And I don't know is it the Jackie Robinson lock or whatever that?
No, it's the Ron. Because I was
Ron Johnson or something?
No, it's the Ron Wilson lock or something because I want to call it the Ron Williams lock because of Ron who doesn't listen to this show. But yeah, it's like the Ron Wilson lock or something. Yeah.
Dude, I love this. I really did. Yeah. Not just because of how long it was. That has nothing to do with it. I loved it, man. It was so much fun.
He puts the knee lock on at one point, and like Despy, Jesus Christ, El Phantasmo for most of this match, like can barely stand. He's limping. He can't put any weight on it. Can't lift him up to hit his moves. He puts the knee lock on him, and Phantasmo struggles and doesn't tap, and I'm like, man, he's really working that knee. Like he should tap here because like if you can't stand on that, as soon as anybody puts any kind of lock on it, you're fucking done. Yeah. But they work out of it, and then it happens again. And when it gets put on the second time, you can just see the quit in him, and he's like, I'm done. I can't survive this again.
Yeah. What about he hit that one like backpack flip stunner or whatever that Robbie Eagles normally does. Then Robbie Eagles busts out like a version of a burning hammer.
Yeah, crazy,
fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Then Phantasmo hit that like swinging like neck breaker off the top rope. Crazy.
Yep.
These dudes just went for it.
Yeah, this was really fucking good.
I like the built-in story that like, hey, they used to be in Bullet Club together. Robbie Eagles hates El Phantasmo.
Robbie was for like a hot fucking second.
Yeah,
not the right spot for him.
He left because he hates Phantasmo. Right. And awesome, man.
Yeah,
these dudes knocked it out of the fucking park.
There's been some great matches.
Like to me, there's been 3 really great matches. Yeah, Lindemann Desperado, Yo Hiromu. And then Eagles, Phantasmo.
I will put Zayn Ace Austin on that list.
Okay.
I really liked that match. Yeah. I think that was a really
I
solid
throw
match.
On there too.
I like that match a lot.
Yeah, man. Oh my god, I've been having so much fun watching this tournament, really cool. Dude.
I watched 20 matches this week.
Yeah, man. Well, and that's why we're not. That's why we're not doing a watch list.
Absolutely,
this takes up our time.
So I do really quick. Because since you're done, you're good.
Yeah.
I have the A block and B block here for standings. So there's still a bunch of matches left. I think most people have 3 matches left.
I think there's only 3 nights left.
Yeah, so 3 matches for just about everybody. it looks like Hiromu maybe. Oh no, there's Hiromu's 3. Yeah, so like everybody's just about 3 matches left. So there's six available points for everybody. You get 2 points for a win, no points for a loss, 1 point if you go to a draw.
Yep.
I imagine like double countouts would be a draw.
Yeah, it'd be a draw.
So, but so A block, Ace Austin's in the lead with 10.
Wow.
He has the most. He's there by himself, which is fucking wild.
That really is.
He only lost to Hiromu so far. Wow. So out of a possible 12, he's only lost to 1. That's nuts.
That's incredible.
That's nuts. And losing to Hiromu, that's who you're supposed to lose to.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had a couple of 8s. Alex Zane has 8. Ishimori has 8, which is awesome. Like that's again, in some years an 8 can win this tournament.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
So they have a couple left, so they'll probably win a couple more. 6s shows at a 6. Hiromu's only at a 6.
Wow.
Yeah. Clark Connors and Yo are at 6s. Show and Yo when they meet
that's gonna be
right. I don't think they did yet, right?
No.
That's gonna be a big deal. Yeah. That'll be a really cool, fun match.
Yep.
That's the 31st they wrestle. 4 points. We have Francesco Akira, the youngest. He's been looking good.
Yeah.
And Kanemaru, who I have not watched a single match of.
Nah, me neither.
They're at 4s, and sadly Taguchi's at 2.
So
Ace Austin right now in the lead. I don't think that's how that's going to end. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe it'll be interesting if Hiromu doesn't even win the block.
By this time next week, we will know.
We'll know
who wins the blocks.
Yeah, that'll be interesting if Hiromu doesn't win the block because he's 2-time defending champ. Yeah. But right now Ace is in the lead. But like any of these guys, Ishimori's champ. He can sneak up there too.
Yeah.
So because nipping on his heels are Alex Zane and Ishimori. Yeah. So, but those guys can go on a fucking run, a losing match.
The wins over them for
right,
tiebreakers.
Right, but Hiromu can win, get right up there and tie, and who knows? Tons of shit can happen. B block. Nobody at 10 yet as of today.
Nope.
We got a bunch of 8s though. We have El Desperado at 8, El Lindemann at 8, and El Phantasmo at 8.
Oh, the L's.
The L's.
Any 3 of them could win in the block. For
absolutely. Sure. Lindemann Mania running wild. Desperado seemingly the favorite from the start for the way they talk about him, the way they've been treating him. But Phantasmo's got a really good fucking shot at this. 6s, we got Robbie Eagles at a 6. We got Bushi at a 6. We got Dookie at a 6. We have Wheeler at a 6. So, like, he ain't out.
It's anybody's game.
Finishing with 12. A 12 can win this bracket.
Sure.
And TJP, who also haven't watched a single match of.
No.
We have 1-4, and that is Master Watto. So Master Watto and Taguchi have combined a total 6 points at this tournament. And Teton at a 2. He's won 1 match.
Oh, poor Teton.
He's only beat TJP.
Yeah. Wow.
He has Bushi.
That's crazy because he's been such a standout.
Right. He has Robbie Eagles, Bushi, and Dookie left.
He can win 2 out of 3.
He can win 2 of them. He ain't going to get him anywhere.
No,
he's statistically, I think, eliminated.
Not yet.
That's true.
I don't know.
If he wins all 3, he'll be at 8. So everyone else would have to lose.
And that's not going to happen.
And Master Watto has Dookie, Lindemann, and Yuta left.
Oh boy.
Which will be the only Master Watto match I watch. So that ain't going to happen. But yeah, this one's a little more up in the air. But like you said, any of the L's, if Lindemann Mania wants to continue running wild, who knows what'll happen.
Certainly win
a week ago, my money would have been on Despy, but I wouldn't be surprised if Phantasmo, and I would not be surprised if a bunch of people lose some matches and Robbie Eagle steals this one. Yep. Honestly.
Honestly. I haven't been into his Best of Super Juniors tournament in a while. Right. This one has to be
really good.
I'm way into it.
Yeah, so it's really fucking good.
I'm excited to see which way they go.
Yeah, this is going to be cool. Yeah.
So again, no watch list next week because we're still going to be finishing out.
We got the pape. We're going to have
pay-per-view on Sunday.
3-4 more days of this.
Yeah, so god damn, this is so much fun.
And then the finals will be a week from tomorrow, right?
Yeah, because they're June 3rd.
Right.
Friday at 5 a.m. on June 3rd.
Yeah, so we'll miss that for the next show, but that's fine. We'll cover that the week after.
Yeah.
But I guess that's it, right? And get the hell out of here.
You buy anything this week?
I did.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you told me the one.
I did. In the one figure group we're in, that's not the major group.
Yeah, it's like Figures Anonymous.
Yeah,
or some shit.
Flipping Fig, one of those.
Yeah.
Some dude just like selling some stuff. Put up the old Chara Pro like token shop, whatever they are. All Japan Triple Crown belts. It's just the Triple Crown belts.
That's a good buy.
In a package. Dude had it for $30 plus $6 shipping, and it was an immediate. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I wanted those belts. The only way that I know to get them is that one comes with each version.
The deluxe Mudas.
The deluxe Mudas from the 2000s with the bald head beard. Like not like Muda, but Mudos.
Keiji Mudo.
And I have the one with the one belt, and I
have one with one belt
right,
too,
and I wanted the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
I was like, if I got to pay $70 a Mudo figure, I got to pay $70 a Mudo figure. Yeah. But now I don't because I'll have them.
Yeah.
Apparently they're really rare, and I got a really good deal. Makes me not want to open them, but I'm going to open them because Maquata figure needs to be holding the Triple Crown.
Sure does.
So because my
those
Kobashi
belts are going to be big though.
Yeah, you think so?
Go look. All right, so when you get a chance, go look at the size of your Mudo figure compared to the normal ones. Mudo figure's big.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're bigger. They did that as a special deluxe. Unless the belts are smaller.
I don't know.
It
looks the same, but we'll see.
Yeah. Those Mudo figures are like deluxe size.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe I just put it up on the wall then. Who knows?
Nothing wrong with that.
But the Triple Crown, that's legendary to me. Hold very near and dear to my heart. So I'm glad to have those.
Yeah.
Other than that, no.
All right.
Tickets to Real Rumble.
All right, there you go. I had that on mine.
Yeah.
So, all right, perfect.
That was it.
All right. So I discussed buying this last week.
Yeah.
One Mr. The Man Adam Van texted me the next day. It was like, dude, fucking buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what, man? You're right.
Okay.
So I bought the Wardlow figure.
Nice.
Dude, it came in the mail the other day along with my Eddie Kingston, Ricky Starks Powerhouse and Thunder Rosa.
Nice.
Dude, it's a really good figure.
Is it?
I have him posed on my desk with like the screaming face making the muscles.
Oh, that's cool.
It's awesome.
All right. I think this, that might have come out just a little bit too early for it to be a top seller, but that's...
Well, and Adam made a good point. He goes, dude, rookie figure, and it's $20.
Yeah. Right.
And I was like,
bought it off Ringside?
Yeah. I was like, dude,
that's cool.
You're fucking right.
Yeah.
And then I bought something else. I've been kind of toying around with buying this for a while.
Ooh.
And finally, I did a make offer.
Uh-huh.
I did 4 offers, and I got 4 of them declined. And I go, well, here's my last offer, and if he doesn't take this, he's fucking nuts. I bought that Hyper Heroes Char Pro style Okada figure.
Oh yeah, with the dark hair, the black haired one.
Yes,
that's the only one, right?
There's another one where it's blonde hair, but it's not.
He's in the Rainmaker pose, right? That's cool.
So I fucking wanted it.
Yeah, right.
Because I have the Okada Super 7, which I haven't opened.
Right.
Don't know if I ever will.
Mm-hmm. Is it on card, this Okada?
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
So I bought it. Got a good deal on it.
Good.
So I looked at it as, okay, I thought I was going to buy more merch at the wrestling shows that we've been going to.
Uh-huh.
I only bought 2 shirts at New Japan. I got a bunch of leftover cash.
Yeah.
I got it for the right price. So I decided fuck it and pulled the trigger on it. I need more room for my figures.
Yeah, me too.
I need another Detolf.
Yeah.
So
I need to sell mine. I need to sell a bunch of figures.
You're selling figures?
I don't know, probably.
Why?
Because I'm out of room, and some I bought on an impulse that I don't necessarily have anymore. I don't know. Let's see.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know.
We'll see.
Let me know, bro.
All right.
Maybe I'll take some off your hands.
Probably nothing great.
Oh, okay. I'm curious. Like what?
I don't know. Like maybe that Neville.
Oh yeah, I won't buy that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right.
That was a what not buy for you. That was a what not panic
I like
buy.
that Neville a lot.
Yeah.
But I was cruising and just buying shit that I didn't really need or want.
Yeah.
And because I'm out of room, I gotta think about who I like and who I don't, and whatever. So
I know I have some stuff where I'm like, where am I gonna put these right now? Because my Detolf is full.
Right.
It's full.
Yeah.
The Japanese shelf is full. The Hasbro shelf is full. The WCW shelf is full.
Right.
And my golden era WWF shelf is full.
Yep.
I need another Detolf.
Right. And there's more figures coming that I want. So that's the thing. That Macho Ultimate is the Madness Macho that's coming in. I want that.
Yep.
So what gets pushed in and out of my collection. So
I get that. Nothing wrong with that.
We'll see.
Saw Lucy in the group.
Right, that's all. I'm just going to put him up Lucy.
Put him cheap.
And that's that. We'll see.
All right, cool.
No.
Well, that's it.
That's it?
That's all I bought.
All right. Well,
okay. All right.
This was fun, pal.
All right.
Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been We Need Wrestling.
It sure has.
At We Need Wrestling on Twitter and Instagram. We Need Wrestling at Gmail. You want to know anything about Best of Super Juniors that we haven't covered, and I know we covered a lot.
Right.
Reach out. We'll gladly tell you what to watch, who to watch, where to watch,
how to watch,
why to watch,
where to watch,
how to watch. I said how to watch already. Other than that, we're a member of the soon-to-be-named network at STBN Network on Twitter, soon-to-be-named-network.com,
proud card-carrying members.
Tumblr. Right, we are the fabulous freebirds of the soon-to-be-named network.
Yeah.
Check those guys out. There's a whole bunch of other shows. At Odds with Wrestling, Longbox Heroes After Dark, Final Wrestling Place, Puzzle Warriors 3, our other show, Wings on Wings, which we'll be recording tomorrow. Maybe with a guest star. Who knows? That drops on Tuesdays. Tons of other shows. If you like wrestling, if you like comics, if you like political discourse, if you like puzzles, if you like porches, if you like wrestling, all covered there. Check all that out. And thanks for listening. We'll be back next week.
We sure will.
With a pape and more.
And
more
we'll know who won the A and B block.
Right, we'll have more Super Juniors to talk about. Yeah, that's it, right?
That's all we got, dog.
All right. End it then.
All right. Goodbye. Take care of each other for the love of God.
Oh, Jesus, yes, please do. Please.
Hell.
Christ.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!